happens to me every dang time. I'm hurting today, Linda, because yesterday went over to the bunker because as part of my lease agreement there, I have to do the lawn care and mowed the lawn, and it looked like
a foot high,
post-apocalyptic. Everything had overgrown. I mean, it was bad.
Why don't you use Mow Managers? Fine ticket sponsor.
I know.
Just let them manage your lawn.
We're going to get into that. We're going to get into professional lawn care talk. But as I mow with an incredibly old mower that I bought off of Craigslist for $30.
Because you like the nostalgia of it?
No, they were great mowers. They were John Deere. They're cast deck mowers, push mowers, from like the late 80s, early 90s, somewhere in there. And I love the look of them, and they're great. But it does have an old, very inefficient Briggs & Stratton L engine on it, and it
won't start on the first pull every spring.
It starts.
Okay.
It's crazy. I really should repower the thing. Put a nice, efficient Honda motor on top of it or something. But that Briggs & Stratton still works, and there's something nostalgic about, wow, this engine's still going after all these years.
Is it running rich?
But boy, does it just guzzle gasoline. Meanwhile, I have a Honda mower that I can run.
Those are great.
That I can run, and I mean, one tank of gas lasts you about 3 times as long as this old Briggs & Stratton.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I'm mowing through all that, but I'm not wearing a mask. And
bad decision.
And there are times where I'm hitting patches of dried leaves, and that stuff just goes into powder form.
Yeah.
And just all that fungus and mold, because we've had rain recently, too.
Yeah.
And then the dirt from the leaves that it pulverizes the leaves into, that gets inhaled. And so the day after mowing, I always feel like I have a cold. Like not only just sneezy and allergy-esque, but also you get kind of body achy of, I just feel run down because my lungs aren't getting significant oxygen. But Bunker Tortoise sat and watched me the whole time I mowed the lawn.
That tortoise was not watching you.
She was. She sat up on her little sunning rock and just watched me go back and forth mowing the lawn. And the only time that she would pay me, well, she watched me the whole time, but the only time she ever helped out with the lawn care was when I'd stop the mower, and instead of mowing down a dandelion flower, I would stop it and go pick it and then go hand it to her, and she'd eat it. So I'd feed her every few minutes.
Weed eater.
Feed her the little flowers. And, of course, I have to keep an eye on her because I'm so worried she's going to go out in the yard and I'm going to hit her like a shot put in the yard. Her go spraying out the side of the mower.
If a neighbor had been watching you, they would have thought you were a crazy old man stopping and picking every dandelion and going over to feed this little tortoise.
He won't mow down flowers. It's very concerned.
He feeds them all to this tortoise.
Feeding it to a tortoise. I'm sure I didn't see this right, honey, but I just looking over there and saw.
He's apparently holding hostage.
It's a real Flintstone-like weed eater you got there.
I know it. It's very Flintstone-esque. Didn't he like put a handle on the back of it was a tortoise, wasn't it?
I think so.
And it would chomp all the grass in front of him?
The grass.
I hated the Flintstones.
I loved them.
Yeah, they just creeped me out when I was a kid. Because I think I thought it was a kid's cartoon, but it was
pretty much the honeymooners and
yeah.
There's too much marital strife there for my liking.
Fred did yell a lot.
He did. At Wilma.
I know.
And Barney was just way too short and fire pluggy built, and I don't know. It just creeped me out. Nobody else?
What was his? No, not creeped out, but I know it did have a tone that was a little unsettling.
I mean, I was comparing it to like Looney Tunes, and the tone and tenor of them were completely different.
Yeah, the jokes were just all of the inventions, like the tortoise lawnmower and using a crank, and the dinosaur's neck would pick up the rock and they use it as a...
He was a construction worker, and they use dinosaurs as construction equipment.
And the fact that Fred would bowl on his toes, that was pretty awesome.
Twinkle toes, I hated that.
Yeah.
Creeped me out.
Maybe the fact that they were always barefoot was that
barefoot.
Unsettling a little bit.
Yeah.
It was time to stop the car. Fred just had to put his heels down.
They had invented wheels in some sense. They had the steamroller type wheel in their cars, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But they hadn't figured out any other locomotion. Why wasn't there a beast of burden pulling the car?
Right. They had all those dinosaurs.
Yeah. Like it had occurred to them to use dinosaurs as labor and engines in one way, but not to power their cars?
No. And somehow they get that thing up to 40 in like 3 seconds.
And if you've come up with the idea of putting a steamroller type cylinder on the front, why didn't it occur to you, well, we could just really cut down the weight here and just make this 2 individual wheels on the front rather than one large one,
right?
One wide one. It's just a lot of instability there.
Yeah.
I'm out on the Flintstones when it comes to lawn care. That was my segue back into it. So I got to thinking this. When was the last time that Junior Miller mowed a lawn? 10 years? 5 years? I don't know.
So somewhat recently, I took out my old mower and did what you just did, and that was just chew up a bunch of leaves.
Uh-huh. And your mower cranked.
It cranked.
And I guarantee you he did not treat that mower for long-term storage before he put it away.
No.
You probably still had old gas still in it and carburetor all gummed.
In fact, when I did spring cleaning a couple weeks ago, I almost put that mower on the curb.
Gosh.
Whoa.
Because I know it's past its shelf life.
What kind
it's
is
old. It's probably 20-plus years.
What kind is it?
I don't know.
Oh, my God, he doesn't know.
Lawnmower.
It's not a big
lawn
brand.
mower.
It's not a Lawn Boy or anything like that. It's like a generic model that I got at Home Depot.
Yeah.
It's like their
box.
brand.
Yeah, so, but it worked. I mean, you got it going.
This was probably 4 years ago, maybe.
Which is surprising. How long do you think it had been since you cranked it?
Probably 4 years before that.
So you did do a little bit.
Yeah, and I used to do my lawn up until about 20 years ago, and I used to like it, and my dad, that was his thing. He was all about his lawn and garden, and nobody could do it. He barely let me mow, sometimes the backyard, but never the front yard until I got old enough, because it was his thing. He loved working in the yard.
He was particular about the way he wanted his yard worked.
He did his edging by hand.
Yeah, you told me that.
Hand clippers.
Scissors.
And edged all around the curb and sidewalks and driveway by hand.
I bet it looked great.
It looked amazing. We always had the best looking yard on the block. But because of that, I felt like I needed to always do my yard as an adult. And I did for a few years. But it was always at least a 2-hour thing. If you're mowing and edging and sweeping and doing it right. And then I had a buddy of mine who was a yard guy. Had his own yard company starting up, and he said, let us do your yard. And they did it. His team came and did it in about 7 minutes.
It's such a swarm of bees, isn't it?
$20. And I thought, why am I spending 2 hours out?
I know it, and they're done in 10 minutes.
Easily worth $20.
Yeah.
And
that's cheap now. I don't think
never
you
looked
get
back.
a yard crew to do it for $20.
Yeah, that was 2000.
Mm-hmm.
So 25 years later, it's, now 40 or something.
I was talking to the guys at Mow Managers. We had a lunch with them yesterday, and we're talking about this very thing. And I said, because they said, hey, let us come do your yard. And they sent a crew out yesterday to do it. And the guy who came out said to my wife, wow, your yard looks nice, or something like that. And she said, yeah, my husband cuts it by himself. He does this by himself? Damn right.
You damn right.
Yeah.
Why is there something that makes you feel like a man if you do your own yard?
I don't know, but when the grass started growing a couple of weeks ago, I looked out on it and contemplated retirement. Just because I know what's ahead, and it's fine now in March and April. But when it's June and July and it's 158 outside,
yeah,
even at night, it doesn't matter. If you start at 6 o'clock, it's a little cooler, but man, it's a beatdown.
My dad held on to it as long as he could. He wanted to mow his own yard because he said, look, there's not a lot of opportunities for a modern man to get exercise, and so I want to do it.
That's the way I view it. I want to stay active and move, and I do thinking when I'm on the tractor. I think about things, and then it's manual labor when you use the push mower.
It's kind of meditative to me. I mean, I don't know why I like doing it, but I do like doing it. And I went for many years not doing it. Had a crew.
Yeah.
And I didn't use mow managers. I used some dude who just came walking by with a lawnmower one time, pushing a lawnmower. It was so sketchy.
Cut? Yes, cut.
I've told you. Someday I need to tell you the story about the crazy guys that I've had mow my lawn. Because I had two really insane guys mow my lawn for years.
Were they dependable?
Yeah, they did it. They were one-man operations. It wasn't like a company or a crew. It was just a guy. One dude was always chewing on a cigar. His name was Eduardo. He was chewing on a cigar, and he was real skinny, and he kind of looked like the Golden Voice guy. You remember the homeless dude who had Golden Voice?
Amazing
Ted
voice.
Williams.
Yeah.
He kind of looked like that guy. He was always chewing on a stub of a cigar, and an unfixed chihuahua always followed him around.
How do you know it was unfixed?
Because its bulldog balls were dragging through my lawn. It was the weirdest thing.
How could you not let that guy continue to cut your grass?
Used a push mower, and every time he'd pile out of his old beat up about a 1982 Toyota pickup truck.
It would backfire when he turned it off.
And with a long bed on it. It had the real short cab and then about 12 foot of bed back behind it. And he would always clamber out of that thing with that real groaning scrape of a gate opening of the door that just needed to be lubed. And he always, "Hey, Gordo!" Always with a "Hey, Gordo" every time I saw him. And that was Eduardo. And then the other dude was a guy named Freddie Lee. And he was like this, it was the strangest thing. He was this old African-American gentleman that looked like he stepped out of 1940. Like he wore like these dress slacks all the time and this button-down shirt. I mean, seriously, he looked like he was in an old movie. And he got around on a bicycle that he had fabricated this pull cart back behind his bicycle. And he put his push mower on the back of this bicycle.
Wow.
And yeah, he made this thing, and every once in a while that bike would go bad, and he would have to fashion a new one, and it was the craziest thing. And he always had on his lawnmower an old transistor radio.
Like the ball game was on.
This is once again how he seemed like he was from a different time. Because this thing was, from probably the 50s or 60s.
Maybe he time traveled.
And he would listen to this religious station all the time. And he would speak in religious ways. Like, you would always tell me, the good Lord tells us thou art, and speak in King James. And it was the strangest thing. And he did the lawn for years, and he would edge with a hoe. So he had the lawnmower, the push mower, and then he had a hoe, and those were the two lawnmower implements. I mean, the lawn care implements. And he would just chop alongside the sidewalks and driveways. Yeah. God, Freddie. I wonder whatever happened to Freddie Lee.
We need both those guys, Freddie and Eduardo, at Ticket Shop.
No way either of them are still alive.
And Freddie Lee.
This is many, many years ago. All right, so I'll share one stat before I let you go. The last time they actually did a survey on this was 2017, and more recent data is not available. But it was done by the National Association of Landscape Professionals. What percentage of Americans hire lawn care or landscaping professionals?
I'm going to say 60%.
Craig?
No, it can't be that high. Although on our block alone, I think it's 100%. I'll say it's 25%.
40% of 2017 numbers. Now, I think that this is going to go nowhere but up.
Yeah.
Because I think there's been an obvious general trend in society. and a whole group of young people, if they can even afford homes. Most people rent, and usually with the rental, there comes a lawn crew.
Yeah.
But if they own their own homes, or if they rent and are allowed to do the lawn care, we've grown up in a push-button society. Now we order our groceries at home, and so there wasn't the tradition of, hey, you're a teenager, get out there and mow the lawn, son or daughter. So they've grown up not knowing how to do it and not doing it and being used to ordering everything, and it's just considered another chore.
Yeah.
That another service, another utility that you have to hire. So I think the numbers are going to go up.
Yeah, I think so too.
So anyway, long
Interesting.
talk.
All right,
It's
thanks.
time.
That's the ODAC.
Thank you, Craig. You know, I got to make a hard decision. Do I Twitch tonight since it is the Rangers opener?
No.
That'd be wild to counter-program that. So
Yeah.
I think we're going to have to postpone our Thursday night Twitch P1 hangout. Unless I just watch the game with the P1s. But that would be distracting to everyone involved. So, no twitching tonight. But yes, Rangers home opener tonight. Tickets are sold out, but many people are buying them on the secondary market. And you got to watch out for scammers when it comes to that. They say that if you find some tickets, if you're searching online and you find some tickets that are priced too good to be true, guess what? They're too good to be true. People who were sending you, they say, hey, yeah, send me some money and I'll send you the screenshot of the QR code. Because the Rangers use an all-digital ticketing system. There's no longer any physically printed tickets that you can even get.
Kind of sad.
That is
So
kind of
sad.
sad.
Can't save that ticket from opening night.
Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer.
All right.
You know what? When I was a
So
kid,
I won life just then.
Yeah, that's fine.
when I was a kid on my bulletin board in my bedroom, I had 3 or 4 ticket stubs, like the first OU football game I ever went to, the first Rangers game I ever went to, and those were cherished.
Mm-hmm.
Kids
Yeah.
don't have that anymore.
I've saved some of my old ticket stubs. That'd be interesting to have ticket stub day.
Yeah, I was.
If y'all have saved them, because I have some that the pricing on it's amazing.
Yeah.
I was cracking open and reading an old book, and the bookmark in it was my ticket to see Frank Sinatra in Fort Worth when he played. It was the last time he came through here. I think it was at Fort Worth.
You remember what the price was?
Was it the Will Rogers, or was it at the maybe it was in Fair Park? I can't
Billy
remember
Bob's.
now. Yeah, he's playing Billy Bob. He's playing Adair's in Deep Ellum. And I thought that was magical. Now, if I only had a QR code, it wouldn't be quite as magical.
No.
Mm-hmm.
But now, it's not just a QR code on a lot of these apps. Did you notice our tickets? This was the first time, I guess I don't go to many events, so I don't see this technology very frequently. Did you notice our ticket when we went to go see, I think it was U2 at Sphere? It's not a QR code, it's an animation. And there'll be like this scanning light bar that's going up and down your screen.
yeah.
And
I didn't see it because Dave just kept them.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting the way it works now to keep people from being able to screenshot it and send it around. You have to have the actual ticket, and it's animated in such a way that it has, I guess, encryption. I don't know whether it changes, it has like a rolling code to it, or what, but I guess it's got to see that light bar moving.
Can't put that on your bulletin board in your bedroom.
No, you can't. Okay, Boomer. I just won life once again there. That's 2 wins for the day.
Served.
Already.
I just got served.
Gordon Keith.
Now, I do believe we are sending, on this show, we're sending Deddy to cover it for this show.
Yes.
Yep.
We're stuck with Denny.
Actually, Daddy is sending himself.
Oh, he is?
Yes,
Yeah.
if you would like to contribute to the fund that I
No, we
use
don't
to send
want you to
myself.
go.
Well,
We
this
don't
will-
want you to go.
This will be interesting. Daddy bought a standing room only ticket on the secondary market. How much?
it was a little over after the fees, of course, a little over 140.
Wow.
$1 bajillion.
For standing room
Standing
only.
room.
Yeah.
$140 per person. So after fees, were these fees from the secondary seller, or was this
Yes,
fees from the...
from the official secondary market partner that the Major League Baseball and the Rangers use.
The fees in this country of the United States of America are outrageous. Resort fees that you pay for a hotel room, the fees that you pay to buy tickets, it's out of control.
It was about 50% of the listed ticket price.
Wow. Oh, my gosh.
That's ridiculous.
50%?
Close to it.
So I'm confused why sometimes they'll charge you like a handling fee, and then on top of that, they charge you a convenience fee. What is that one?
And on top of that, a service fee.
Then what is that?
I don't know.
I thought service and handling and convenience would all be about the same thing.
Right. It's called BS, BS, and BS.
Are you complaining?
Yes.
How dare you complain?
Oh, wait. Are you about to boomer me?
Yeah.
You're 3-0.
Yes. So that's the big game tonight. Are you guys going to watch it?
Yes.
Courage.
If the Rangers lose tonight, I think it's done.
It's over.
I think that the season, this is a must-win.
You got to win your opener.
You don't have enough time to bounce back.
Well, it's just such a psychological tone setter for the season. And I don't know if this team is mentally tough enough to bounce back from a loss tonight because all eyes are on them. Okay. They did a study using a social listening tool. Whatever that is. Analysts did this.
Analysts.
To find the NFL fans with the lowest satisfaction levels during free agency.
Well, the Cowboys got to be a winner here.
So it gathered information on mentions from numerous online sites. Numerous online sites.
I play.
They gathered sentiment data from March 11th to March 26th. So, and they did it from each team's home location. So that was they did it according to region. And scoring lowest in satisfaction, the fans of the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah. Well, when you sign one free agent from another team.
Mm-hmm.
Zeke Lamb.
No, it wasn't Zeke. Not yet.
That may be coming, by the way.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Really? There's a possibility Zeke comes
That's
back here?
That's how desperate they are at running back.
To honk his way across the Metroplex?
Mm-hmm.
Foles isn't an option.
Not Nick Foles, but maybe Zeke.
Does that excite you?
No.
Who was second on the list of dissatisfaction?
Patriots?
Patriots, second. Third, Bears.
Seattle.
No, not Seattle. Then the Falcons, then the Giants. Carolina Panther with sharp teeth and claws.
Getting paid.
No.
Getting laid.
So creepy.
The great Kid Woodley.
Yuck.
Pittsburgh Steelers, Broncos, 9 is the Chargers, 10's the Bills. But Cowboys, number 1. The fans dissatisfied with their impressive single free agent signing.
And as Jerry wakes up this morning in his gigantic luxury bed in his gold suite, he doesn't care.
He doesn't.
No.
He stays in a gold suite in his own home?
Because he looks over at the Jones family tote board and it's exceeding $10 billion now.
Yeah.
And he just rolls back over and goes to sleep.
Hospitality and oil and gas did great yesterday.
Yep.
Well, wouldn't you love to tour Jerry's home?
Yes.
Like, what kind of interior to his home is there? Is it, like, really dated from the 90s? Like, when they, around the time they moved in, when Gene decorated? Is it still the same?
That's a good
Or
one.
do they change it out pretty frequently?
I bet she's always looking for something to do, so I bet she refreshes it every couple of years. It's a project for her.
I know, but at some point, don't grandparents' homes get frozen in time?
Yeah, they stopped decorating.
They stopped decorating, right?
Yeah. Yeah, my grandparents have had the same decor for 20 years, probably.
The entire time I grew up, my grandparents' house stayed the exact same.
Yep.
There was no new furniture. They got a new fold-out couch once. I remember that.
Because you had to sleep on it, probably.
Yes, we slept on that fold-out couch, and it was...
How could they have such poor technology?
I don't know. It was all springs.
That mattress is the worst. That bar goes right through the middle of your back.
I know. You slept in a back bend. That bar in the middle of your back. You're basically draped over a bar
couch.
all night.
3 of my 4 grandparents passed away before I was born.
Well,
so I never got to experience the joy and fun of going
2
to
of my did. You're
my
only
grandparents' house.
Up 1 on me.
But you guys keep having fun. I'll just sit over here in the corner.
That's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
I had all 4 of mine till I was an adult.
God.
You know why? Because I had grandparents that actually wanted to see me grow up.
In a way, I just got served again.
Yeah, sit down over there.
This is a most serious story. 2 more of the bridge collapse victims were found and identified. So they're still searching for 6. 4, I'm sorry. Still searching for 4. They found 2. So, yeah, the bodies were recovered, identified as 35-year-old Alejandro Hernandez Fuentes of Baltimore and 26-year-old Dorlian Roniel Castillo Cabrera. And they were part of that construction crew that was sitting there, and the guys were in the truck taking a break, trying to warm up during their break when the bridge collapsed and went in. They think that they found the other vehicle, and it's trapped and encased in all of this. It's pinned down there with all the debris. So... yeah, that happened. More than 93,000 Texans have unclaimed tax refunds. And the deadline for the tax return is approaching. April 15th. You guys got it circled?
Oh, yeah.
Already got my stuff turned in.
I'm a little behind.
Are you still years behind?
Have you made it to the 20s yet?
I will tell you something off air that will surprise you and shock you.
It won't shock
you.
us.
It will shock you. 940,000 people in the U.S. have until May 17th to submit returns for unclaimed refunds for the tax year 2020. So this is refunds going that far back. You have until May 17th. To file for that. It totals up $1 billion.
Who doesn't bother to claim their refund?
I don't know. I guess not turning it in at all.
They moved or something, or I don't know.
Does this mean people who didn't file at all?
No, that means they filed and are getting a refund, right?
And they got sent the check, but then they didn't cash it.
I guess so.
It's very confusing to me. But why the IRS is publicizing this, saying, hey, don't forget, you have this until this amount of time. Seems like they'd just keep it secret and just let it expire. We'll keep the money. See, I think that I have an overly complicated tax situation. I need to simplify my taxes.
I agree with you. I think you do.
Because I itemize, and I don't think I should. Like, I list every single thing that I've ever owned or bought by hand.
Every year?
On a form, every year. So it just takes me so long itemizing it. And I try to write off everything. Can you do that?
Everything?
I mean,
everything.
You can try.
Every fast food meal I purchase, I write it off and claim it as charitable donations. So anyway, get your taxes filed. Okay. In other news, are we ready for birthdays yet?
Is there any news?
Well, I just did some news, Craig.
Yeah, we should probably do them, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Diane
Wiest is 78. The actress who always looked like she was Renee Zellweger's mom. They both had the bee sting look. No offense to either of them.
That's another way of saying happy birthday.
That's what I meant to say. Reba McEntire is 69. the country singer. Is she the redheaded one?
Super Bowl.
Yep. Yeah, she did the Super Bowl anthem. Remember? Because there was a prop bet on how much cleavage she would show.
How's that for
a
idiocracy?
68-year-old?
We got a prop bet on that.
Cheryl Salt James from Salt Peppa, 58.
You bet.
Why did you say it that way?
Because they're great.
Okay. Ronnie Atkins, 55. Rodney Atkins.
Yeah.
Do you know who he is?
Know who he is, yeah.
Sing one of his songs. He's a country singer, so.
Well, I like hot dogs and hamburgers.
Clearly you're not
They're
familiar
my
with his
favorite
work.
food.
Brett Ratner, the film director
Nailed
from
it.
the Rush Hour trilogy, is 55. Actor Vince Vaughn, 54. You think he's funny as this fast-talking guy who's always
Love him.
manipulating you?
Yes. He's really good. His latest endeavor is Curb Your Enthusiasm. Plays a funny character on there. Same kind of character, though.
Julia Stiles, 43. She's in the Jason Bourne movies and Silver Linings Playbook.
Yes.
Lady Gaga, 38.
She's greatness.
Yeah.
Laura Harrier, Big Harrier, is 34 from Spider-Man.
By the way, coming out of this next Turbo Sweep break, we'll play the Rodney Atkins song that's drove the hardline crazy and me too.
What's it called?
Why didn't you sing that one?
It's called Watching You. I couldn't think of it.
Watching You?
Yeah.
Okay. Rick Barry is 80.
You know, a lot of people don't like him, but he was a hell of a player.
Yep.
I
Led
think
the
he
Warriors,
played for the Warriors and the Rockets, didn't he?
led the Warriors to the title in 75. Great scorer.
Byron Scott, 63.
Greatness.
Yep.
Geno Atkins, 36.
Bengals.
Derek Carr is 33. Will Smith, the Dodgers catcher, not the Chris Rock slapper, is 29.
Uh-oh.
And turning 58 today and going through the whole birthday process is Jason Garrett.
It's process.
Oh, wow.
Jason
Nothing but a
Garrett.
process.
That's a good
process.
That is a good
Nothing but
ender.
a
Thank you,
process.
Jason.
Happy birthday, coach turned broadcaster, Jason Garrett. Right now, I want to take a little bit of a left turn, and I want to look ahead to next fall's Division III women's volleyball season.
Okay.
Because Wesleyan from Connecticut, I think, is the favorite, but Middlebury looks pretty...
Where's that school?
What is going on here?
What up, you homos?
Oh, it's
hey,
Chris
what are you
Chris,
homo sapiens up there?
the overly handsome guy from Sales.
High five,
Here
John.
they come.
Yeah!
Oh, gosh.
Yeah! High five, Junes!
Yeah.
Yeah! Top again! Yeah! Slap you across the face! Yeah!
Chris, we're on the air right
Punch me
now.
in the abs! Come on! Yeah!
Can you leave us alone? We're on the
man,
air.
what are you two sapes doing today? Huh? Still grinding for sub 6 figs?
Yeah.
Still grinding.
What we're doing.
Oh man, I just got back from the gym where I was crushing it on the elliptical.
Oh, boy.
Oh yeah, man, dude, I'm a little worried though.
Why?
Cause my Bentley had a warning light come on as I was coming back from the gym.
Okay, you have a Bentley.
Yeah, it said you're driving so awesome, and I'm like, dude, I haven't seen the light come on because of that yet. I don't know what to do with that. But, so I maybe I'll have to soups take my Ferrari out there tonight to Globe Field.
Oh, you're going to the
Yeah,
opener?
yeah. You know, I don't know. Maybe take the Ferrari. I'll have to see which of my cars Dirk feels most comfortable riding shotgun in. So we're heading out there. He's going with me to RON.
RON.
Rangers opening night. He's super
no one
excited
calls
for
it that.
RON. And, it's probably really the only time that I really get to use my 2 suites out there.
Yeah,
Two.
2 of them.
Yeah, I bought 2 suites
Adjoining
out there.
suites?
Yeah, knock down the wall between them, so I could have a big enough suite to stuff all my Fortune 500 coups in there. And, oh, man, there's just so many shawties looking to bag the crisser. You know how it is,
Don't talk
right?
like that,
You know how
please.
it is. So
No.
I just make them all make out with each other until I make my selection, of which 3 I'm going to take to my room and line up on the end of the bed. But
Oh, God.
anyway, what are you guys up to this
Well,
morning?
we're trying to do a show. That's what we were trying to do.
Trying to talk volleyball.
I got to get out to the ballpark early to throw out the first pitch.
No, I think they've got that taken care of. I think it's going to be a long-time season ticket holder. I think Michael Carter is his name.
No. I mean the first pitch of the actual game. Yeah, I'm starting.
pitching in the game.
Yeah, the skip wants me to throw out the first pitch, before he switches to Evaldi.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're the opener, huh?
He just says I'm his good luck charm,
Okay.
I was a pretty important college pitcher before I decided to dedicate my full time to radio sales.
You were?
And so I got to get out there early. Plus, B-Boach is having me out there.
No one calls him that.
To give the pregame speech to the baseballers. They always love hearing about my experiences.
Tell them about your impressive college baseball career.
No. About how I banged the Olsen twins at the same time they were in grad school. They were in grad school. I banged them at the same time. And and also all the baseball players. They love hearing about my 29th birthday party I threw on top of Everest.
On top of Everest.
Sherpas can party. Let me tell you that. A lot of crazy stories.
Yeah.
Plus, my buddy A-Rod may be with me tonight.
Alex Rodriguez?
No, Aaron Rodgers. He's always wanted to see a baseball game on ayahuasca. So he may be going with me and Dirk.
Wow.
What
Hold
a
on
trio.
a second. Hold on. I got a text here.
Yeah,
Hold on.
brother.
Greg. Let me just respond to this.
Okay.
All right, there we go.
Who was that?
Yeah, Shohei asked me to take in the game tonight. But yeah, you guys should come to my after party. Penthouse at the Dubs, man. It's real close to here.
Rangers after party.
Yeah, there's going to be so much tang there. George, you'll love it, man. Come on, dude.
Don't
you
talk
look like
like
you're
that.
starving for VAG.
Oh, man. Nobody talks like that.
Chris, I'm not buying any of this. I think
What do
we
you
know
mean?
better. I think we
I
know
had
better.
the team right. It's the Rangers.
Well, you got that right. Yes, I don't know about any of the rest of it though, because
It's all
yesterday,
true, man.
your buddy K Rach in sales,
Oh yeah, what's he up to?
he told me you were on sales probation because you haven't sold anything in 18
Not one
months,
thing.
and he says you're on really thin ice.
Oh my God, I've been found out.
Oh, gosh, there he goes again. Into the ticker room he
Ryan,
goes.
how does he look?
Same routine.
Pretty bad this time. I don't think legs are supposed to bend that way.
I can't breathe, man. I don't know what's happening, man.
Still alive.
I feel my life fading away, but I'll just do a line of powdered Jesus.
Oh God.
I'm back, you
Okay, have fun. There goes Chris from sales.
Hey, why does Ryan have cocaine in the ticker room?
Yeah, that's a good.
Not important.
I didn't think of that.
As a service to the P1 tonight, I will not be twitching because of the Rangers opening night. You know what? I want the Rangers to have their night. Their special
that's
time.
nice. That's
Yeah, it's just kind of a nice thing that I'm doing.
Why don't you do it after the game? Do it post game.
How late's that going to
Then
be?
you're going up against Diamond Talk, so don't do that.
Yeah, so then if I wait till after Diamond Talk, what would that be?
11 o'clock.
Yeah, there's no way.
No Diamond Talk stars.
Like I said, no Diamond Talk. We have stars tonight.
I was like, what is George talking about with the Diamond?
What?
Oh, we got the stars.
Stars Vancouver, big one.
It is a big one.
I know, man. I'm excited about this.
Why? What are
Because the
reasons?
Canucks on defense.
That
You
fell
started
apart.
off pretty strong.
P1, who cares? Says, is it me or am I the only one that perked up when I heard Gordon during lawn care talk this morning during the O deck? Talk about his lawn worker who loved edging with a hoe.
I heard that.
I heard it. I just left it alone.
I completely missed it. Me, of all people.
I know.
Didn't even pick up on
That's
the
good. You're making progress.
double intendry.
So
Yeah, I don't know how you say it. Is it intendry?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, edging with a hoe. Scott says this. He says, a follow-up to your discussion this morning about the cargo ship hitting the bridge. Cargo ships and oil tankers use what is called bunker fuel. I thought they ran on diesel.
Mm-hmm.
I just called it number 2 highway diesel.
Uh-huh.
He says, no, it's called bunker fuel, and it's an incredibly low-grade fuel that is mostly made up of what is left over from the gas refining process. Think of it like this. hot dogs are their bunker fuel of meat processing. So,
okay, now it makes sense.
So yeah, that fuel that cargo ships use is nasty. Can't be good for the environment, can it?
Probably not.
Okay, just thinking out loud here. Just maybe shine a little light in there and just kill the virus inside the body. Maybe bring disinfectant in there. Why don't we have nuclear-powered cargo ships? Like let's say we build 8 of these things, and they're huge, so they can carry as much as like 20 cargo ships.
Okay.
And we just kind of use those
maybe
across the ocean. I mean, maybe. Who knows? Maybe that's a good idea. A lot of doctors are very impressed with that idea. I mean, because we have nuclear submarines that use nuclear reactors.
I don't know if I'm comfortable with a ship that big going under bridges and through ports.
Well, it can't really get all the way to a port. I guess maybe that's the problem with it, is it has to be offloaded somewhere farther away because there's not many ports that could handle a ship that big.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm just kind of, I'm more of an idea guy.
Just workshop it a little.
Speaking of hot dogs, everyone sent me this 7-Eleven announcing their new hot dog flavored sparkling water.
Who would want that?
Nobody. It's called the Big Bite Hot Dog Sparkling Water. But when you look at the press release, it says that this will be released on April 1st.
Okay.
All right.
So,
yes, they got us.
No hot dog water.
Why do we still do April Fool's Day?
Good question.
Well, what's the genesis of that?
I guess
was that when Jesus
how long you can wind people up?
Like pranked people at the wedding at Cana, or
maybe?
I don't know. I don't know what the origin of April Fool's Day is. When was the last time you guys actually played an April Fool's prank?
Wow.
It's probably the one we played here on the show, which was a good one.
That was 38 years ago.
Right. Yeah, that's the last time.
So that gag was at the very beginning of the show, which was probably around 6 a.m. That morning. We said, hey, here's the gag. All you people listening right now are in on this gag. People who join later in the program, the listeners, they won't realize what's happening. But for the rest of the show, we're going to pretend like something big was said early in the program, and we had to apologize for it, and it was a big deal, and I can't believe that happened.
Yeah.
And
I made a comment earlier tonight,
and it was at a time when we took a lot of calls, and so all these callers throughout the show that day would be like, "Man, I know what you guys are going through after what happened on the air, and it's just I
know what you said at 5:38, and I don't appreciate it,
and I don't appreciate it, and
okay, well, sorry."
And so it was before social media too, so that shows you how long ago it was.
And then we started saying, okay, well, if you want us,
we'll address this.
Should we replay it?
We'll replay it at
the see
end
if it's
of the
really
show.
that offensive.
So we did that for 3 hours.
And we replayed us telling everyone what the gag was going to be.
I think that was the laddie's idea.
Pretty good gag.
It's a great idea.
It's got to increase your TSL, doesn't it?
Yes. But you're right, would never work today with social media.
No. The first commenter on X would say, hey, here's what the deal is.
Yeah.
Totally fake.
These guys suck.
A roadside ice cream vendor.
One.
In India.
2.
Dude, come on.
They're having problems in India.
Well, they're having problems everywhere, Craig. Was arrested after after a video
4
emerged
5
showing him
6
No.
7
I just got out one syllable. What? Onto his product.
What?
He was doing that onto the ice cream.
What? Nobody would order that topping.
Well, I don't think people were ordering it as a topping, Craig. I think he was doing this without letting the customer know.
That's sick.
Nobody was going up to him saying, "Hey, let me have one of them strawberry shortcake bars, and then
Bruce Bochy is
put some of your semen on it."
Suddenly in India ordering ice cream from a roadside vendor.
Sometimes we're out here and we're fishing. Like, you can't tell me that during the interview with real Bochy, you didn't at least a few times think of fake Bochy. When he
especially
really,
talking about fishing.
When he really bottomed out, and when he dropped down and talked.
When he uses first names, too, like Wyatt and Evan.
A lot of good things.
They really do, and we're appreciative of what that goes on. You remember when we were talking about women and the ick? Things that men do that give them the ick.
Mm-hmm.
We covered this on last week's Twitch stream as well. And I read a few more that we didn't get to on the air. By the way, no Twitch tonight. Men doing air guitar. George is guilty of this.
I don't do air guitar.
You air guitar all the time.
You are full of fart. I do not.
Language.
Huh. We're on the air, sir.
That's why I said that. Not something else.
And then you also air drum a lot.
I may be guilty of that, but I don't air guitar.
You're always air drumming and air guitar, and you don't really do the air golf swing.
No.
Craig used to do that all the time.
I did?
You were always air golf swinging.
Always?
Yes, constantly. I couldn't talk to you because you're like, hold on, I'm in my backswing, man.
We used to throw out the rules for going to a local golf tournament like the Nelson or the Colonial. That was one of the things we always used to list. Don't practice your own swing while watching golf.
That is obnoxious when you see guys doing that.
Picked up a little tip there. No, you didn't.
I'm ready.
Other things that give women the ick. Men that wear pinky rings.
I've always found that a little strange. I associate it with gangsters.
Yeah, what's the story with that? It's either people on The Sopranos. You know, Frank Sinatra, he wore a pinky ring, too. But it is a creepy look.
Yes.
I mean, no offense to anybody who may wear one. Another thing, men who wear jackets around their waist. Yeah, why is it that women can tie a sweatshirt or sweat jacket around their waist, but if a guy does it, it's like,
yeah,
ick. A little icky. Another woman says transition lenses. When I was a kid, I thought those were kind of magical, that the glasses indoors would be like regular lenses, then you walk outdoors and all of a sudden they magically turn into sunglasses. Transition lenses. Speaking of women and the ick, you see what Rebel Wilson is saying about one particular movie star that I think this station was all on board with for a long time. Sacha Baron Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, her side of the story is that this guy is a really major a-hole, and that he tried to stop her from writing about him in her memoir. They worked together on some movie. What is it called? It's
Jaws.
The Brothers Grimsby.
And my name is Borat.
And she originally intended to dedicate a whole chapter in her book to him, calling him a massive... She said, when I first came to Hollywood, people were like, yeah, I have a no policy, and means that I don't work with And I was like, yeah, that sounds logical. And then, lo and behold, I found myself on set with one. And she tells a story about how every single day he was asking her if she would go naked in the scene with him. And she told him no, and told him, hey, look, we have the same manager, and I'm going to tell her that you keep how much you're harassing me here.
Gosh.
And then in the last scene, he said, well, brother, can you stick your... And then his finger, and then in a certain place on his personal body.
Huh.
Oh, my.
He wanted her to prostate massage him, basically. she says, it's not in the script. Can we please just do it according to the script? And he goes, no, look, it'll be funny. I'll pull down my pants and then you do this with your finger and it'll be a really funny bit. And she refused to do it, and they had to compromise on her character just slapping him on the rear end. His character.
As funny as I think he is, this doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you on this.
I've always kind of had a bad vibe about him. I think some of his bits are really funny.
He has funny bits,
including Yo for Real.
But there's something about him that seems off. There's a quiet, intense, dark energy.
Yeah,
that comes off from him. Now that's one interpretation, and that's unfair of me to say it. I don't know the guy, but yeah, that's what she says about him. Who's another person who gives you the creeps?
We're talking Hollywood?
Yeah.
God, a lot of them.
Really?
Yeah.
There's actors that just make you really uncomfortable when you see them.
George was always right about Kevin Spacey.
Yes.
Yeah, you were an early
and you said, why do you
Kevin
like that
Spacey
movie? I
detractor.
said, 'cause he was in it and he creeps me out.
And I thought he was like one of the most likable guys ever because he was so talented. He could do so many different things. He could sing. He was
I could
funny.
sense his darkness.
He could do serious acting.
Johnny Carson impersonation.
I never picked up on his darkness.
Yeah, I didn't either.
And George did from the very beginning. So you win on that one. But you also pick up dark energy off of other people that...
Don Johnson, and I've heard from people that he's really a nice guy.
See? That's the one I was going to bring up.
Yeah.
Terry Bradshaw.
No, I just don't think he can do highlights. I think he's
Sorry about that,
good
sports fans.
Sorry about that, sports fans.
The way he ends every highlight package he does.
Sorry about that.
What about weird-looking guys like Willem Dafoe? Do you get any weird energy from him, or is he just kind of weird-looking?
Not really.
Steve Buscemi, you're okay with him?
Yeah, he seems like a nice guy.
Yeah.
He just has crazy teeth.
Why are you always noticing people's teeth?
I always
Taught by the master.
I always got weird vibes from Jeremy Piven.
Yes.
And that proved to be true.
Yes. He's another one of those dudes that just has dark energy.
Yes.
That emanates from him. Boy, that's a good one. I don't know that I could beat. Whoa. What?
Dark energy from Ben Stiller?
Stiller?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Huh.
No.
I don't think so. All right, I need to come up with a list. I'll come up with a list and present it to you. Because I know that I have some too, and I can't figure them out right now.
I kind of got some in studio from Jeremy Renner when he visited, and that allowed me to predict the snowplow accident.
That allowed you to
I don't think
predict.
it allowed you anything.
Look it up.
The snowplow accident.
Look it up.
That poor guy was almost crushed to death.
I know. It's awful. But I predicted it.
No, he didn't. Did he really have dark energy, or did he just have put out energy? He was just kind of put out doing the interview. Like, to me, he didn't come across as an evil guy.
Welcoming.
It was a combo platter.
A combo platter of not welcoming and evil.
Yes. Not evil, just dark energy.
Okay. All right. Anybody else in person you get that from? Greg Louganis?
Did we have him in person?
Who was the guy that was up here?
Mark Spitz?
That was really mean to Ryan Berube?
Mark Spitz.
Yeah,
that's who I'm thinking of.
Yeah. We've heard that about him.
Or was he
going
just
in.
arrogant?
No, yeah.
He actually seemed nicer than I thought he was going to be.
Yeah, I didn't think he had dark energy.
Until he big time Ryan Berube, then we turned on him. But he's nice
Where
to us.
are you getting your energy?
Okay, the end.
All right, the end. That's the corner.
Get the Steak Podcast at patreon.com/sportsgreek.
There we go.
But it is time to unveil opening day songs.
Let's unfurl opening day songs.
Let's unfurl them. We're going to have 3 right now, then we'll have a couple more later in the noon hour. Our ode to opening day for the Texas Rangers. And I believe we are going to start with Tyler.
You know the tip sheet is going to hit lead off. That's what he does.
Did it last year. Why not do it again?
They won the World Series,
exactly.
right?
Change nothing.
There you go.
Change nothing.
On you, tip sheet. Let's make it happen.
All right, so this is a newer song by Sum 41 called Landmines. Check it out. But here we go. Starts off quick. I can't believe they did it. Like, is this actually real? Garver's clutch RBI hit. Spores finished the deal. The division was close, but we played pretty bad. Swept the Rays and O's, which made Smoltz really mad. Astros blew a lead, blowout in Game 7. Now we're jamming to Creed on our way to heaven. Won the ship in 5, snakes are not alive. So now, let's raise a banner. Seager scream heard around the world. The fans finally got what they deserved. The first time we defend a title. Adolis walk off in Game 1. Bombi had us higher than the sun. We're here to stay, so why not do it again?
Why not?
Oh, oh, oh. Hey, Bregman, I guess we'll never know. Oh, oh. Hey, Bregman, I guess we'll never. The offseason was shorter than Altuve. Free agents to sort, we wanted Monty to stay. We got the young stars, Carter and Langford. Always ID'd at the bar, but they can't be ignored. Overlooked again, no more underdogs. Only 88 wins, is their mind in a fog? We're on the right track, coming for back-to-back. Doesn't matter, cause we're the reigning champs. Seager scream heard around the world. The fans finally got what they deserved. The first time we defend a title. Adolis walk off in Game 1. Bombi had us higher than the sun. We're here to stay, so why not do it again? Oh, oh, oh. Hey, Bregman, I guess we'll never know. Oh, oh. Hey, Bregman, I guess we'll never know.
Right.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no, we're still going.
Oh,
hold on.
That was a sweet end.
For
I didn't mean to.
50 years, it's been a whole lot of suck after suck. The haters will say we bought a ring and it was just a lot of luck. But after what happened in 2011, I don't give a... Seager scream heard around the world. The fans finally got what they deserved. The first time we defend a title. Adolis walk off in Game 1. Bombi had us higher than the sun. We're here to stay, so why not do it again? Oh, oh, oh. Hey, Bregman, I guess we'll never know. Oh, oh. Hey, Bregman, let's raise a banner. The end.
Yeah! Yeah! I didn't mean to know I'm dead to you. I'm sorry. That was
well
a
done.
very big mistake.
Blacked
on my
out
part.
there.
That was awesome.
Very good.
He's had that idea for quite some time. He shoved me up against the wall like a month ago and was like, we better be doing opening day songs, bitch.
And
that's what he said.
It all started with the Bregman part.
Let's move
I
forward.
think that's going to be in everyone's song because it's 100% in mine.
It's not mine.
Okay. All right. Hitting second. It's Ryan Baldy Baldwin.
The Seager to
guys.
the Simeon.
You are the Siegman. The Siegman.
The Siegman.
The Seager to the
The
Simeon.
Siegman.
Yeah, whatever. Go ahead, Baldy.
All right. I have here a cover of Josh Turner's Your Man. And it's not a very creative title. It's just called Opening Day.
Oh, George is two-stepping right now.
Open up that roof and lift the banner high. Grab a Whataburger and a side of fries. They've been losing here since 75. But now they're champions. Gold trimmed unis with a baseball caps. Yeah! The snap of leather and the crack of bats. I just can't wait to hear Chuck Morgan say that it's opening day. Right around game time, there'll be sunshine. Thanks AccuWeather. Bring all of your kids, or do what Corby did, and give your dad a tug. Open up that roof and lift the banner high. Grab a Whataburger and a side of fries. They've been losing here since 75, but now they're champions. Gold trimmed unis with a baseball caps, a snap of leather and those crack of bats. I just can't wait to hear Chuck Morgan say that it's opening day. Don't jump the gun here, Donnie. It's still going.
I said nothing. This is really good. Very well done. Better than mine. A dance break?
Jeez. Dance break. Simeon Seeger, Carter and Langford. The boys are all here. What would have happened if Houston had won there? I guess we'll never know. Open up that roof and lift the banner high. Grab a Whataburger and a side of fries. They've been losing here since 75, but now they're champions. Gold trimmed unis with them baseball caps, the snap of leather and the crack of bats. I just can't wait to hear Chuck Morgan say that it's opening day. And I just can't wait to hear Chuck Morgan say it's opening day.
Nicely done. Very nice.
Very nicely done.
Look at the baldy voice.
Very well written.
I apparently made a mistake going last here. Dang, Baldy.
All right. Great job, man. Well, let's jump in.
Let's do it. Now it's time. Batting third, Travis Mejia.
Boy, that's going to seem like a hole in the lineup after this. So this is not a good song. It is not a good artist, but it is an earworm of mine. So this is Evaldi in the style of "Follow Me" by Uncle Kracker. You don't know how you got here, you don't know why you turn around, say not that guy. All you know is when he sees you, he makes you pee. So swing for your life like no one can see. I'm singing Evaldi and everything is alright. He'll be the one to get you out tonight. And if you wanna swing, I can guarantee you won't hit our man Evaldi. Don't forget about the ring he wears. He's a bulldog and he has a death-like stare. You're feeling foolish and I'm well aware. So sit down like the rest and just be scared. I'm singing Evaldi and everything is alright. He'll be the one to get you out tonight. And if you wanna swing, I can guarantee you won't hit our man Evaldi.
I feel like Travis needs a glove to catch the beat.
I hate you guys.
just catch it. But I love the effort. Come on, man, you got this.
Yeah, you know. He's DH. He doesn't need a glove.
Oh, is he DHing? Third spot? Okay.
Won't give you scouting. You can't hit this guy. Probably better off to not even try. He'll be the reason you won't hit today. And we'll all be happy cause it's opening day. Evaldi and everything is alright. He'll be the one to get you out tonight. And if you wanna swing, I can guarantee you won't hit our man Evaldi. Don't know how you got here, you don't know why you turn around, say not that guy. All you know is when he sees you, he makes you pee. So swing for your life like no one can see. I'm singing Evaldi and everything is alright. He'll be the one to get you out tonight. And if you wanna swing, I can guarantee you won't hit our man Evaldi.
All right.
All right, there it is.
He makes you go pee?
Yeah, because you're scared.
Okay, all right.
All right, I'm going to go up to the fifth.
All right.
And jump off the top of the building.
No. Just maybe the third. Not the fifth.
Okay.
Yeah, the fifth will kill you. The third will just, break a couple bones. That's it.
Unless your shin bones go into your heart or something.
It'd be better than living the rest of today.
So descriptive. It's 11:29. That's the first round of opening day songs. We'll come back to that at 12:30 during the lunch hour here with The Invasion. But coming up next, it's the Birdhouse with Corby here on The Ticket.
Well, look at this. A snake in the birdhouse.
Well, a corgi, actually.
Well, being a day late does not stop us from partying on opening day.
Hey, Corby.
Does it?
No, of course not. It's opening day.
So when are y'all songs?
12:30.
Yes.
For both of you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wednesday.
Okay. Lando, I hear yours is really good.
Lando's not here.
It was Baldy.
I mean, Baldy.
Yeah.
I get them. They're interchangeable humans.
We're basically the same person.
They are both wildlings.
We
need them to survive. We need you guys to survive.
That is true. Okay, it's Birdhouse time.
Especially those battles, the battle of bastards. We need you guys.
Where we rely on you, the good P1, to send in tweets, and we will read them on the air, and we will make a segment out of them. We do it every Wednesday at 11:30 this week on Thursday. Okay. Would you guys... So the 4 Sweet 16 teams that are rolling through the AAC.
Mm-hmm.
Are there 4? This guy
Yes.
says, okay.
Yes, Marquette, North Carolina, Duke, and Houston.
Okay.
North Carolina State.
Would you guys sleep with the 4 ugliest girls from each team that will be in attendance? So the ugliest fan to ensure that the Rangers repeat.
Nah, I'll just take my chances on them just doing it. They didn't need me to sleep with ugly people last year to win it the first time.
Or did they? Something you're not telling
Like
us.
in my past history where they're
Right.
like, okay,
Yeah.
from 20 years ago, that one girl in college.
Hammered. Would you rather do that, he says, or would you rather go on an elongated day-long date where you're doing smooching in public and it's a full-on romantic rose petal-y type thing, or would you just knock it out and move on?
No. I do the romantic rose petal-y type of date. Open the car door,
Way rather
going
do
to have
that.
lunch, dinner, whatever. Yeah, I'd do that.
You know how long it would take to get it working for the 4 ugliest people? I'd rather just hang and at least you can talk.
We'll give you a fluffer.
Hurry!
And it's Baldy.
And a
Why?
blind and a
I
blindfold.
don't know. You were just enjoying your song.
What if I gave you a blindfold?
No, just go out and dinner, have drinks, and just hang out all day long.
And then you're touching.
I know, that's the problem. You like go to squeeze where they normally are. You're like, oh, whoa, they're way down here.
Why do you know that? Maybe that's not the case.
Yeah, you don't know.
I've seen a lot of things.
Matt and or Donnie, as University of Texas fans, would you take a University of Texas basketball national championship over a Rangers World Series, since UT has never won one and probably never will?
No. I wouldn't, honestly.
That's a good one.
No.
You just got your World
And since
Series.
the Rangers have gotten
you
one,
just got
yes.
I know.
But I would love to
it's
see
still the
them
Rangers.
cut down the nets. Yes, sign me up.
You would?
Yeah, why not?
You would not.
I don't think so. I think I'd go Rangers again.
What about football?
Football's a different story. Football, I'd probably Probably at this point, yeah, because it's been so long. I mean, we're coming up on 20 years ago almost. So, yeah, I'd probably take the college football right now.
And they've had one in your lifetime, right?
Yeah. In 05.
He's just trying to rub that in, huh?
What? I don't know. I was just asking a question.
They have one in your lifetime.
When's the more recent championship?
Yes, more recently than the one
that's right.
you have there, Buster.
Oh, I know. I've got 4, though. It's okay in my lifetime. No big deal. For the guys watching Shogun that have hair, would you accept a bet payoff being the Shogun haircut?
I mean, God, that would be...
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, the strip in the middle. It's so weird looking.
So you haven't... Are you watching this?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so these guys back in feudal Japan time. So this would have been, I don't know, 1200?
1300s
yeah,
or whatever.
1300. So I guess the guys that were in power, that wielded the swords and the guys that you bowed down to and things like that, the badass samurais, they have a full head of hair, okay? Full head. But starting where your hairline, at the top of your forehead, where it starts, you would shave it. Yeah, you're looking at it?
Yeah.
You would shave it to the back, so the top of your head.
Almost reverse mohawk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where that part is all gone. But it's long enough on the back to where you pull it straight up into like a
little ponytail thing, man bun on the back.
Yeah, but it's shaved, the entire top is, but you have the sides and everything.
Yeah, I could rock that.
Oh, my God.
That's what I'd look like anyway if I grew it out.
God, that would be a horrible look in today's world.
And
you know what, though? These actors, that's real.
Yeah,
They're
they
doing
had to
that.
do it. Right. They get paid well.
Oh, I know.
And it grows back.
That one girl who is smoking hot.
Yeah.
And she seems to like it.
She's damn near perfect. Okay. Where did we go? Okay. So Monday, or next Monday, the 8th, of course, is the solar eclipse. And Tim points out, how terrible would the forecast for April 8 have to be for everyone just to give up and not invade North Texas?
We may find out because it's 60% chance of rain right now on that Monday.
Yes, and he put that in his tweet. So I mean, people are descending from...
like 1 million.
Yeah.
They're literally anticipating 1 million people coming into DFW that day.
That is... I can't wrap my head around
But they would have already booked everything, right?
Well, I think we, if it's pouring rain, that's one thing. But I think you guys going into the sweet spot, like we're down on the plaza.
Right.
Not down broadcasting from inside the hovel. You are outside doing the show. Because regardless if it's raining or not, it's still going to get dark. It's going to be pitch black. For those 4 minutes. And that's why people that are like, well, what if it's overcast? Well, who cares? It'd be better, yes, if it was sunny, but it's still going to be dark for 4.5 minutes.
Guess I'll have to bring my night vision.
Does this not wow you at all?
No.
It doesn't interest me
Zero.
at all.
We were just talking about how if we run to our cars after the show, while it's happening, we might be able to get out of here before everybody just loads the roadways.
Like, is there a specific point in Dallas where everyone's going to?
No.
So it's just all over.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine Clyde Warren will have some things, and
Cockrell Hill, maybe.
Certain.
Oh, but thanks, Travis. I don't know about Cockrell Hill. It seems not to make any sense.
Couldn't be further away from my
Will people stand
microphone.
on the X in Dealey Plaza?
Oh,
because when I go home, there are people. There was one lady yesterday who almost refused to get out of the way because she wanted to stand there as I turned and I was trying to go home.
Is someone taking pictures?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this is where JFK got shot. It's
So
a huge deal.
Like you say, they're descending on Dallas. It's just the city in general and not a specific spot.
DFW area. But a lot of local places, I know a lot of breweries and bars are having events.
Oh, yeah.
To come hang out with them, and they're doing specials on drinks.
Yeah.
It's crazy. On a Monday at 1 o'clock.
Yes. Yeah. But, I mean, if it is like thunderstorms...
Yeah, you can't.
That would
thunderstorms,
suck
and then it turns
really
dark.
bad.
It's going to scare me because I think it's some type of apocalypse or something like that.
Yeah, but you know it's not, so it's not going to scare you.
What if it is?
It's not.
I'd rather
you
see
know
a
what's
cop.
coming. Now, if this was 1200 and it happened, you'd be like, we're dying.
Yes, that's it.
Everyone's dying right now.
Why is God covering the sun? Ah!
Yeah, right. Let's see. Have you ever slept in your car? This from Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
Not just a nap or an overnight stay. Oh, okay. An overnight stay, and when was the last time? So, literally, you slept all night in your car.
I have not.
I have, yeah.
Circumstances?
I'm trying to remember the last time it happened.
Waiting for a brewery to open?
No. I know twice off the top of my head. One was my mom and dad used to live out in Benbrook on the west side of Fort Worth. And I maybe I forgot to tell them. I was out doing something and I came home and the door was locked and I didn't have a key. And I didn't want to wake them up because I thought my dad would be pissed. So I just got in my car and slept in my car until the next morning.
How old were you?
20-something.
Wow.
And then the time that happened before that was, I mean, this is horrible, but we had gone to a party at North Texas and we were trying to drive back to our apartment in Dallas. And I told my buddy, I was like, dude, I
No
can't
way.
drive. Like,
Yeah.
we got to, he goes, pull over. I was like, okay. And so we pulled over at a 7-Eleven off 35 and I guess just fell asleep in the car. Somehow nothing ever happened to us. Woke up the next morning and I was like, dude, what happened? He's like, I don't know. I guess we fell asleep and just
drove home
like 7 hours just.
So we
in a
tried,
parking lot.
yeah,
Hello?
we tried
How about that ride in?
in college to drive back from a concert in Kansas City back to Fort Worth. Same day, same night, all of that. Like, let's just go. Let's get out of here. And we were going to spend the night with my friends, and I can't remember why we did it, but we started driving, and we made it to, like, central Oklahoma. But it was 2 in the morning or something like that, or 3 in the morning, and I'm like, dude, I am falling asleep.
Yeah.
I cannot drive anymore. And so we pulled over on the side of the highway. We didn't even, like, get to a rest stop or anything.
Jeez.
We were on the literal side of the highway.
So dangerous.
So stupid. And slept till like 8 or 9 in the morning, and
That's
then it was
amazing.
We just don't even care. You don't care?
You're like,
at
oh,
that
nothing could
age, you
possibly
just don't
happen.
care, right?
Yeah.
like, no, like, why wouldn't I just go to an exit and get off the highway?
I don't know, Corby. Why wouldn't you?
Dumb. Do you think you could get any pitch past a Bruce Bochy at bat right now? Any
I doubt it.
Oh, Boches
Bochy's hitting.
I mean, if we assume
No.
that we're throwing a strike and not like, oh, I threw it way out of the strike zone, but yeah,
and
strike
he's chasing.
past
Yeah,
him?
no. I think Bochy still at that age could hit
68
a
years
50,
old.
55 mile an hour fastball.
Are we sure that he can swing a bat with his hip stuff and all that?
I'm going to say yes.
Because assuming that he can still swing without pain or something wrong with his body, then I don't think you could get one by
He'll be
him.
able to bunt.
Dude, I think that his knees, hips, everything
Yeah.
are so bad that
See, in that case, then yeah, but if he can swing a bat like a normal person, then I think I don't know that.
But he's also how old? 70?
68, yeah.
And he'll hit the fastest of my fastballs, yes.
Yeah, but you might be able to throw him some sort of a breaking pitch he's never seen before.
Well, I'd break my arm trying to throw it.
Like Wash could still hit because that's what he does. Like BP and stuff like that. Like that guy could probably hit till he's 90. Hit like a slap
That's
Rod
the way
Carew
baseball
single.
go. I think we could set this up with Boch. Like, all right,
No.
man, here I go.
I don't think
I
you
got
do it.
one pitch in me. At 50 miles an hour.
51 in me.
And the ball is screaming on the way to the plate, like in the cartoons.
I heard you guys talking about watching baseball and how difficult it is to watch all the games.
Yeah.
It's an exercise in futility. There's no way.
Can't do it.
No, it's impossible.
I don't see how you can.
No.
Way to go, Snake.
Coming from someone who watched 35 games last year.
Yeah.
Would you rather watch?
He does not.
All 162. This is from Brian. So no matter what, for the next 6 months, you're watching the entirety of the game or get kicked in the nuts 6 times.
Damn.
Man. Ooh.
162. I'm watching every game.
Then the random nut kick.
Then
What if it's all in one day?
Oh, my God.
You get over it fairly quickly.
No, you wouldn't.
It might last a few days.
I wear them as earrings.
That's how my hernia surgery felt. And by day 4, I felt a lot better. So
I'm out.
It's impossible, to watch 162.
It's not. Well, I don't want to get kicked in the nuts, Corby, 6 times.
Assuming it wouldn't rupture your testicles.
You can't assume anything.
Right, and then you can't. You
yeah,
can't
yeah.
risk it.
We're assuming this is not like hospitalization.
And it's who's the kicker for the Cowboys?
Aubrey?
Brandon Aubrey is the one doing the kicking.
Or the punter. What's the punter's name?
Brian
Anger.
Anger. Yeah.
He's angrily kicking you in the nuts.
Dude, were you there that time that George DiGianni got kicked in the nuts at Ticket Stock?
No.
By former Cowboy punter Mike Saxon?
Oh, my God, no.
He stood there, legs wide open. Mike Saxon had boots on and kicked George in the nuts. And George was doing it to prove that pain doesn't bother him.
Uh-huh.
And George sat there, lifted off the ground, had an apple in his right hand, just casually took a bite of the apple and was like, nothing.
Did we know he has testes?
Yeah. It's part of like whatever martial arts that he studies.
I've seen that. I've seen that.
It doesn't, they don't feel
It's
it.
called nutsu.
God, that is mental.
Thank you.
Nutsu?
Yes, Ham. That's what it's called.
I got kicked the last day of school in the nuts.
Thank you, Corby. Thank you,
Good
P1s. Thank you, Birdhouse.
We had 3 opening day songs earlier from Baldy, Travis, and Tyler. And it is now time to unveil the rest of our opening day songs.
Okay, before we get to Matt McLaren, and then Donovan and Justin will bring up the rear on opening day songs. We did get a submission from Becca by email.
Becca's a hot name, too.
She wrote an opening day song to Texas Hold'em Beyonce, but we're not very familiar with that song.
Yeah.
So we couldn't just perform it. It's pretty good.
It is very...
Pretty dang good.
Very well written.
Becca got into the mix. I wish you would have recorded that because we would have 100% played this one.
Yeah, the lyrics are fantastic, and we were playing the song earlier. We just don't know it well enough to jump in.
Right.
Like the chorus is
She's
easy.
cursing in it and everything.
Yeah, she drops some She Hates Houston, which is great.
Nothing hotter than that. That was Robot Donovan.
Yes,
right?
nothing hotter than that.
Nothing hotter than that. I didn't even mean to do it.
Somehow
It wasn't
Robot
on
Donovan
purpose.
feels emotions because he likes how hot women are.
I know.
All right.
Nothing wrong with that. I'm telling you.
All right, so thank you, Becca. We truly appreciate you submitting. Not that Becca. I don't know. Maybe it is. She didn't identify herself. So,
just
all
with
right.
the name.
Matt, are you ready to rock and roll?
Is this my audio here?
Sure.
Let's see. I hope. Hopefully this will work.
You're here listening to Matt McLaren preparing himself.
All right, let's see if it'll.
First opening day song.
Oh, whoops.
In
Turn
his
this up.
career.
Not too loud. Let's see.
On the ticket, where we have opening day songs.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I wasn't ready for it. Sorry, I had to pull up my lyrics. All right, here we go. This is my opening day song. Obviously, to We Built This City from Starship, as you just heard. Here we go. The Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers opening day. Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers opening day. All right, DFW, here we go. We've got Bruce Bochy. He's steering the ship. We've got Garcia and Seager, the MVPs of it. Josh Young handles third with the healthy low at first. When they beat the Snakes, I thought that I might burst. World Series banner unfurls. Look up at the center field. Don't you remember the Texas Rangers? The Texas Rangers opening day. The Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers.
Come on, fight through it.
Opening day. Texas Rangers.
The Texas Rangers, we win and took it. Langford and Carter, the talent the system yields. Simeon at second, he's always on the field. Hit Jonah Heim behind the plate in his catcher's gear. Nasty Nate is pitching, a race to start the year. World Series banner unfurls. Look up into center field. Don't you remember the Texas Rangers? The Texas Rangers opening day. The Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers run it back today. Texas Rangers. The Texas Rangers opening day. Much tongue. It's not another Thursday at Globe Life Field, because the season starts today. Oh, and we are champions. Who counts the money in free agency? Somehow we could sign Jordan Montgomery. What's the number on Hedgie's ass? 'Cause we're the champions. They took over the Lone Star State, and now we own Houston. Don't you remember the Texas Rangers? The Texas Rangers. Early unfurls. Look up into center field. Don't you remember the Texas Rangers? The Texas Rangers opening day. Texas Rangers. Oh, wow. Texas Rangers opening day. Texas Rangers. Ooh, the Texas Rangers opening day. Texas Rangers. Oh, yeah. Texas Rangers opening day. Texas. Ooh, Texas. Yeah. Texas, the Texas Rangers. Texas, Texas Rangers.
Man, that visual is incredible.
Why was I playing the?
You played the synthesizer. You played the guitar, theremin. You were trying to play the harmonica. It felt like I don't know what you were doing.
Oh, is that what that gesture was?
I don't know.
I don't know. I got into it though.
I thought he really liked Seeger.
Woo! You hear Justin in the background say, "So much tongue."
Oh, that tongue came out a lot.
It really was. I don't understand it. Way to go, man. Thanks. Way to go.
There you go.
Man, you get into it, man.
Another hernia.
Woo!
I'm like, yeah, woo.
Yeah, no, we saw the whole thing. It was great. It was
Front
great.
row ticket.
All right. Justin and I have a collaboration. So when we talked about this, it was Justin's idea. And he said, you know what? Sometimes we feel kind of like a tribe when we're doing this.
Okay.
So it's just appropriate that we pick this tune for Rangers opening day, because we all have a question about this one season. And that one question is,
can they repeat? By the way.
That's right.
There's no Justin here today.
Oh, it's not I'm sorry. Who is this?
There's only Crutches.
Oh, it's Crutches. All right. Well, it's a pleasure to get to work with Crutches.
And we're going to need everybody on the show for this one. Everybody.
So when we say, can they repeat, everyone together says, yes, they can.
Yes, they can.
All right.
Because they are going to repeat, you mother suckers. I don't mean you, Aroldis Chapman.
Well, calm down, Crutches. We're on the air.
Can they repeat?
Yes, they can.
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 All right, well, I'm on. For those of you who doubted the Rangers, in more trouble than a kid with a stranger, got the best kid since that one in the manger. Win it all, run it back with Langford. Yeah, take the West and the AL. Who's got it better than us? Do pray tell. Full count Carter pulling down a whole pile of walks. I'm locked in from when the lines are chalked till Diamond Talk. I got no time to talk. It's time to repeat. Half a Billy up the middle on C6 and Simeon. Oh yes, he's really him. He makes the bat meatball like he's Sicilian. Is the pen that great? Well, don't be silly. The offense is hotter than a batch of that Bochi chili. Win it all, well, we could. Come on, Rangers, make me feel good.
I hate you, Crutches.
You hear that, Donnie? Make me feel good.
Shut up.
Grounded a second. 2 years removed from losing 100. The Rangers have won the pennant. In their 63rd season. It's happened! The Texas Rangers win the World Series!
Dance break.
We love dance breaks.
Yep. That's where we do the worm. Maybe a head spin. Yes, they can.
Can they repeat?
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 Yes, they can.
All right, well, we'll find out. Can they repeat? Well, Corey Seager is a very best player, and Evan Carter making catches with flair. Wide Langford may be a lineup saver. Eovaldi, will you please be our mayor? You'll be doing us a really big favor. Unfurling banners has a lot of flavor. When it comes to fans, Boch is our savior. I think Adoli's just hit another tater. Make a note to the team called the Astros. What would happen if the Rangers didn't go to the series? I guess we'll never know. Does your dean need another bag of ho-hos? Still can't believe that the Rangers are the champs. Enjoy the night with my best Bud Lamp. Globe Life is gonna really be amped. 6:35 is the first pitch stamp.
They're going to win the World Series again.
Can they repeat?
Yes, they can.
Can they repeat?
Yes, they can.
Can they repeat?
Yes, they can.
You damn hell right they can, and they will. Thank you for
Applause.
allowing me, Crutches. Yeah, that's it. We're done.
Right.
All right.
Great. Wow, you even got Kat standing up in his office with a standing ovation for that.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah,
okay.
you like that.
He looked at me and he was like,
or was there a gator in his office and he was trying to get the hell out?
I think so.
Opening day 2024 for your World Series champion Texas Rangers. Another year down. Can't wait until next year for all the opening day songs when we're talking about a three-peat.
So we slide into the DMs, and Justin sends us news.
Hey, Monty, send news.
Thank you, David.
Hey, Justin.
What up?
Daddy says hi.
Is he mad at me?
Oh, he's pissed. Furious. He is so mad.
That's the daddy.
He's on his way up there right now.
Do we want to pop him on?
No. He's going to kick your ass. Daddy, go kick Justin's ass.
Do it. Put me out of my misery,
Fight night.
Daddy. All right, we
I didn't
start.
mean no, like I don't want you on the air. I was just joking around.
There's a lot of stank on that no, though.
Yeah, a little bit. We're having fun. We're having a good time. It's opening day.
All right, let's go to some people that were having some unfun. Maybe there was a little bit of fun, though. We start with our buddies way up high as a plane traveling from Charlotte Douglas International Airport to Orlando, Florida last night had to make a emergency deboarding after a strong odor was detected throughout the aircraft.
Oh no.
While they were trying to get on. Now, it wasn't like It wasn't like someone ripped ass or anything.
I was gonna say, should we play Guess the Odor?
It wasn't.
It's one of our favorite
bomb
games
or nothing.
So it's not.
Wasn't Backside Hell?
It's not Backside.
No.
Could it be? Hopefully not Vomit either.
I'll go ahead and fast forward and tell you that the main crux of this thing was not the smell of the plane. It was the fact that they did a emergency evacuation, which meant the slide came down.
Oh, yeah.
And the passengers got to go down the slide. The reason this is a news story was because someone actually got hurt going down the slide, but there are photos and videos of people going down it, and they all look so happy as they can be, knowing that their flight has been, essentially canceled and they're going to have to stay in the airport. But a pretty good consolation prize would be going down the emergency slide.
Absolutely.
I've always wanted to go down that slide. Not in like a plane crash, but there's some type of emergency landing sounds harsh.
What about like a cowboy
we just have
charter?
To, would they let us do it? Like we have to leave the plane.
Just have to hold hands and slide down.
You go down, it'd be great.
And they show those videos like before the plane takes off of what to do in an emergency, and they have people going down the slide, and they look happy, like, okay, we're just going to casually leave the plane, and we're going to go down the slide and into the Gulf of Mexico. But that's not how that works. Like, you're climbing over dead bodies to get to the slide if you have to use it. And they say once you're in the water, use the bottom of your seat as a flotation device. I'm like, I don't want to be in the water.
They don't have some 20-year-old Richland College student up there waiting for the people at the bottom to signal.
Yeah. Like, all right,
wait.
All right,
and then they
go down.
The green light hits.
It's like, why is there a Band-Aid on here?
There's always a Band-Aid
in the water.
There's no lazy river at the bottom of this thing.
Yeah, we need a lazy river with planes.
But the smell that they noticed appeared to be smoke. So that's why they had to get off immediately. And yeah, the flight was canceled, so everyone had to get some kind of accommodation to get wherever they were going. Our next story here.
I think I'd rather smell smoke than like a bad fart on a plane.
Even if that means that there could be a potential problem with the plane?
Yeah, because I might get to use the cool slide. And they're all having fun on the slide.
Okay.
You don't get to use the slide if there's a fart.
I think you're thinking this through.
No, I'm
not really.
Thinking logically.
It's something you can throw out and probably never actually face.
Yeah.
In real
until
life.
I'm actually in it, I'm like, oh, God, there's smoke on this plane.
All right, so have either of you gentlemen kept up with the case of Jamila, the baby gorilla prematurely born at the Fort Worth Zoo?
Yes, because my wife constantly updates me on this story for some reason.
So it's kind of a sad story. So
it is.
Jamila was born, actually, was a C-section gorilla baby from, I think, back in January. She's 11 weeks old. And since they had a C-section, Jamila's Mama Gorilla, has basically shown no interest in little Jamila. So they've tried perhaps to have a surrogacy and maybe try to get some female gorilla to connect with Jamila. Nothing's working in Fort Worth, so they ended up sending her to Cleveland.
Well,
oh no!
And they're hoping that in Cleveland, that she will be able to connect with some gorilla, maybe nurse, do some Chapmaning.
Yeah, because they found a gorilla that had previous experience with babies that were unwanted by their mother.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe she has a bigger heart than the C-section mommy.
Was this a trade? Did we get anything back for the baby gorilla?
A couple of draft picks.
Part of this is a player to be named later.
No, it's a gorilla to be named later.
You get a future comp pick.
A future gorilla. Yeah, so hopefully little Jamila will have some loving family up there in Cleveland.
It's a cute baby gorilla too.
She is really cute. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe we should get a little baby gorilla for the show.
Yeah, just like,
but only as a baby.
Have a station gorilla.
Once they get old enough, you.
It just lives and eats all the food in the Cumulus Cafe. Makes George laugh all the time.
I'm very anti-monkey, but I would do this just for George.
Like Office Dog.
I want to see the reaction of George.
Office Cat? Nah. Now Office Gorilla, that's where it's at.
Like, I think George would be very happy for maybe a week, and then he'd just get tired of it. Like, he'd walk in there, and the gorilla would just be...
Start nursing on him.
Crapping everywhere, and that, too.
So speaking of
get
George...
this gorilla away from me.
Our last story here comes to us from San Francisco. So there is a video circulating from around the Bay Area in a residential area.
I made a comment earlier tonight.
There is a large cat in one of these Ring cameras walking on someone's fence.
That looks like a house cat.
Well, looking at the video, it does look huge. It looks like a mountain lion. So, they get a hold of the proper animal authorities, and they're like, hey, we think we have a mountain lion in our area. Can you come help us? Because, of course, you don't want to be messing with a mountain lion. Well, the police and the wildlife officials confirmed that it was an oversized domestic or feral feline. But there's a video out there, and I can show it to you, gentlemen, and put it on Twitter.
I want to see.
I don't know a house cat that looks like that one. I don't know that I would say it's a full-on mountain lion, but it does not look like a house cat by any means. It doesn't look like a bobcat either.
I need to see this video.
I'm showing Ham the video right now. Ham, if you saw that for the first time, you would say little mountain lion, right?
Yeah. Like a little lace-wool mountain lion.
Or it's MLB The
like
Show
the runt.
mountain lion.
The runt of the litter.
But we needed George on because George is at least our foremost expert on not being able to identify mountain lions.
Mm-hmm.
So we just go with whatever he says and go the opposite.
So to quote DJ, this is more of an Andres Galarraga and not a Frank Catalanato. It's more of a big cat than a little cat.
Back to sports.
Okay.
Bringing it back to DJ humor.
Yeah.
It was an opening day.
I really like that. Yeah,
that's the move.
We're baseball edging.
It was an opening day. I might be a little more upset, but we'll give you that one. All right. That was a gold trim joke.
There we go.
Thank you, Justin. We are now up to date with what's going on in this big old world.
Once again, The Ticket presents Why Today Doesn't Suck.
This guy sucks.
And now, here are your hosts, Sean Bass and David Mino.
It's the sweet spot. We are at Texas Live for opening day. Special thanks to Sean McFarland of the Dallas Morning News for hanging out with us for a little bit.
He was good.
Handsome. He's a good dude. Yeah. Very good dude. Knows his baseball.
Got some broadcast chops.
He does. And at 2:58, it's the great Hambino.
Thank you, Mino. Eatsy's Market and Bakery and GimmeTheVin.com brings you gold-covered Monty.
Is he a better broadcaster than his brother Booger?
I don't think they're related.
Why do you say that?
Why didn't y'all ask?
Because Booger's a football guy and Sean's a baseball guy.
Oh.
He doesn't understand these jokes.
And when he sat down, he's like, hey, I know you probably think I'm
First
related
question
to
you're
Booger.
going to ask. Yeah.
I'm not.
I want to make sure he wasn't a Nepo guy.
Yeah.
Why
that got in on Booger's back.
Why is the roof going to be closed tonight?
Lando. What's up, Lando?
Yeah, y'all are blaming me for this.
Lando, why? What's the
I'll
deal?
tell you what, I have had it with this
What
team.
in the world?
Bad omen. Frauds.
Do they not
Frauds? You're sniffing them out?
They don't want their banner flopping in the wind?
Oh, Dave's got his hat. His little gold, his little golden ticket hat with mine
What's up, bro?
Because I've got a golden ticket.
We're golden bros. Having a golden shower.
Well,
on the ticket.
Sure.
With the PA on.
Letting the championship wash over you.
That's right.
Well,
what if they went with that instead of run it back?
Sean, would you have let the entire ticket team, as you're sitting down naked, urinate on you?
Whoa.
What?
You can't say that.
It's really too far.
What? To win the World Series?
You're
What do you mean
upsetting
you
local television personalities here, Corby.
Oh, hi. How are you?
It's Karen.
Gordo.
Hi,
That's
Karen.
my neighbor. Yes. Karen and I are very tight. Interlocking. We're interlocking people.
Okay.
Yes.
My
I just
neighbor's
talked to
got
your
a
brother
interlocking.
earlier today. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is Corby knowing somebody famous.
Ask her what you asked Sean.
I will not do
Yeah.
that. I will not.
let's
so
go
good
on
to see
something
you.
That has some
Yeah,
importance.
for
Like
sure.
Karen Borda, what
There
would
is
you
a-
do for a repeat Rangers championship?
You may
Anything.
have missed what I said. I said, let's go on to something that has some importance to it, if in fact there is anything.
Yeah, so
She's thinking about it.
yeah, so the most distinguished Lamar alumni that we have, Karen Borda. I always just fall behind you, Karen. I'm going to let you know that.
Yeah, I'm the most distinguished class of '83 in the top. Yeah, things.
Yeah, agreed.
What?
Agreed.
Bye, Karen.
Bye, Karen.
Love
Bye,
you.
Karen.
Bye.
Man,
way to go, Corby.
When I was in 7th grade.
Yeah?
Because her brother and I graduated high school together.
Try to pass her notes.
She was so hot. Is
Hey,
still.
what do you mean? Looks great.
What I
Wow.
mean, like, when I was... like in high school, man.
High school girls, huh?
Okay, bye.
Just... she's my Channel 11 gal. I have a couple others in the other networks, you know.
Are you like
make them fight over your
your
attention?
Well, Peyton.
Are you like Richie
Yeah.
Cunningham though, or you're trying not to? They're not to meet.
You're right.
Like
yeah.
You're going from table to table. Don't let them find out about the others.
No, y'all are on.
We know, DJ.
So back to the hypothetical.
Yeah, would
of
you
the
let the
shower.
entire ticket team, before the World Series would have started last year, that we get to relieve ourselves after a hearty asparagus dinner?
Ugh, No. No. Sounds like somebody needs to take their HR training. That's all I'm hearing.
What do you mean? We've been friends for 20
and
years.
you have one of those mouth guards for teeth whitening in.
Oh, no.
Sean,
No, I
when
wouldn't
you've
do
known dudes for over 2 decades, we're allowed to pee on each other.
I just don't think.
All right, go ahead, Monto.
I would agree to get pooped on by the entire Cowboys offensive line if we
See?
could get to the effing segment.
Oh, man.
All right, go ahead.
I know the feeling, Monty.
Today
the
is
whole
Thursday.
offensive line? Yes.
And the
Oh,
backup.
Leonard Davis.
Bring in the damn alumni. Today is March 28th, the 88th day of the year. 278 days left. On this date in 1797, Nathaniel Briggs patents the first washing machine. Ladies rejoice.
You were in Washington.
In 1881, the greatest show on earth was formed by P.T. Barnum and James Anthony Bailey, not
Torrey
E.B.
Holt.
Barnum. On this date in 1935, influential Nazi propaganda film Triumph of the Will, released showing Nuremberg rallies commissioned by Adolf Hitler and directed by Leni Riefenstahl.
Some say the Spielberg of her office.
In 1977, Rocky won Best Picture at the 49th Academy Awards.
How about that, Bob?
There must not have been any other movies
He's
made
up
there.
here for movies. Rocky joins us now, I believe.
Well, Star Wars. Would you have voted for Rocky or Star Wars as a 4-year-old?
Oh my gosh. I mean, look, Rocky isn't completely without merit.
But it's not in space.
It's the best of the Rockies.
Man.
I mean, it kind of is.
They really needed an editor.
Clubber Lang and Thunder Lips were pretty awesome in Rocky 3.
God.
Like, the whole test of editing would be, did you fall asleep when you saw this part of the movie?
Yeah.
Any part where you actually dozed off because you did not care, let's get rid of that.
Yeah.
Now we got a nice tight 90.
Way to stay strong there, Sean, with It Kinda Is. Your heels are done.
Kind of is.
Sean's busy watching Orioles baseball.
On his phone.
And how's Mancini looking?
Sports.
I don't know. 510s.
In 1984,
Spoiler.
the NFL Colts leave the city of Baltimore in the early hours of the morning, headed for Indianapolis.
They took the Mayflower.
In 1994, Jimmy Johnson quits as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
Whoa.
Cool story, bro.
About
That was a big day. Around 30 years ago today?
and he's almost in the Ring of Honor.
Wow. If this wasn't
Almost
like
there.
opening day, and there was a defense of a title,
yeah,
kind of be a good segment.
Well, we got 4 hours.
Yeah, you do whatever you want, bro.
They're not going to program our show.
Yeah.
In 1996, the Cleveland Browns chose their new name for their relocated team, the Baltimore Ravens. Came full circle.
Quoth the Raven, nevermore.
Nevermore.
In 2006, Duke University officials suspended the men's lacrosse team for 2 games following allegations that team members sexually assaulted a stripper hired to perform at their party.
Only 2 games? That was it?
Well, didn't we find out that things were...
It was a fraud.
Yeah.
They made a big deal about that at the time. Only 2 games. Huh.
We sniffed it out.
I mean, how much did they pay her?
If you're a fraud, they're going to sniff you out.
I think by the ping pong ball.
Yeah, that's how they sniff you out.
In 2013, Pope Francis becomes the first pope to wash the feet of women in the Maundy Thursday service.
That's hot.
Laying groundwork.
Yeah.
You guys aren't
the
into
Pope
this?
laying groundwork.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
All right, let me get a load of them feet.
Feet?
Oh, those are a little dirty.
He can do whatever he wants.
Let me get the mud off your foot, lady. Oh, yeah.
Got a little cheese between those toes.
I got you, though. Pope's got you. Oh, Popey's got you.
Oh, popes and hoes.
Pope's got a special sponge.
Yeah. How you like that from the Pope?
The apple sponge.
Why does he sound like this?
Let's put a little holy water on those cuticles.
Ah, yeah.
Go Tigers.
Coach O. Pope.
Your daughter died.
Coach Pope.
Coach Pope.
Coach Pope.
Your daughter died.
What's up, buddy boy? How are you?
1P1 birthday. This came in
Get ready
late.
for the Corby receiving line today.
Yep.
This came late yesterday.
Ranger people. My people.
Hi there, guys. It's Fake Gene over here. I can't do a Fake Gene. My birthday is today. I just wanted to tell you that my birthday is today. From my 88th birthday, I walked my neighborhood in Carrollton. Have a good day, guys, and continue to have a good day, guys.
That's a big bunion you got there.
Popo. Let the Pope file that down for you.
Foot wash Pope.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Popo. That's my new leader.
I got some peppermint lotion.
Yeah. You make you smell good. Them feet.
Turning 76 today, Diane Wiest.
Parenthood. Great actress.
It's actor. No, sir.
Oh, indeed.
Reba McEntire of The Little Rascals and Tremors, 69.
Super Bowl anthem? She did the Super Bowl?
Still hot.
Reber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One calls
Not
her
bad.
Reber.
Still hot.
You don't have to hard R Reba. Rodney Atkins is 55. The guy who sings "All My Food."
Oh, that's him?
It's a great song.
Uh-huh. Dino's dad.
That's right.
Also turning 55 today, Brett Ratner, the director of X-Men and the Rush Hour movies.
Okay.
Thanks, Rodney.
Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth?
Sweet Spot's own Chris Tucker.
That's right.
That's right. What a good
On the
guy.
day- was that Game 5 of the World Series?
Yeah, and he couldn't name a Ranger.
Yeah. But he predicted the Rangers would win the World Series.
He
Do
did.
you understand it's game 5 tonight?
But he was cheering for the Rangers because there was a T on their cap, and his last name was Tucker.
That's right.
Try not
Not
to.
flimsy at all.
Don't
No.
throw a meatball Del Tuve in
Rock
the night,
solid.
please.
Turning 54 today, Vince Vaughn. That's Freddie Funkhauser.
Vince Vaughn.
The
MAGA.
great Freddie Funkhauser.
What my friend here is saying is love is blind.
Yes.
Has a wide range of characters, does Vince Vaughn.
Van Bond.
Nick Frost, 52, from Shaun of the Dead
Frost.
and Hot Fuzz.
Now this little piggy went to the market. This little piggy had roast beef. Now this little piggy gonna stay home
No,
with
this toenail
Popo.
died.
Soon as I clean it up.
Kate Goslin, 49, of John and Kate plus 8. She is Kate.
What happened to her? Them.
I think she lost one, so there's 7 now.
Oh, way to go.
She was in a movie called VR Bangers.
Oh.
Julia Stiles, 43 from 10 Things I Hate About You. Flula is 42.
Flula.
That was
Luca's rapper buddy?
Luca's friend or something?
He was in the Pitch Perfect movies, I know that.
Flula.
Only the second one, Sean.
Oh, sorry.
It was Flula, right?
That's not the one with the cups.
Flula Borg.
The feminine of the Flulos.
Turning 39
Flulo.
today, Jaquan. Turning 38 today,
Jaquan.
Lady Gaga. Who is going to be Harley Quinn in the Joker musical.
Okay.
Who wanted that?
Ham.
I'd watch.
15 songs, Ham. 15.
Would have been 37 today.
Uh-oh.
Cagney Lynn Carter,
I'm familiar.
who was in just over 1,000 films.
Oh, my God. That is just so gross.
Including Hi, I'm Here for the Filling.
Oh, a dental movie.
Yeah. Or nails.
Yeah.
Hey, Diddle Diddle, Put Your Kitty in the Middle.
What?
King Dong 4. Prostate Drainer.
Oh. God. What does that even mean?
And Two Chicks, Same Time. Volume number 22,439.
God.
Yeah.
Prolific.
The
It was
Fast
the Rocky
franchise
of
has
its
a
day.
long way to go.
Yeah.
Rick Barry, former adversary of
Can't
Bad
kiss you,
Radio,
baby.
80.
Just won't kiss you, baby.
Kiss you.
Remember when he got all mad at y'all, Bob?
I can't kiss you, Sean.
Yeah, I kind of do. Probably need
Probably
need to go over the details again sometime.
What, Daddy? No, I'm good.
Jason Garrett, 58. David Lang, 57.
Ooh, I am not that old.
Clubber.
Luke Walton, 44. Chris Long,
Bill Walton's
38.
good.
Mark Melanson, 39. Toby Gerhart, running back, 37.
Stanford.
That's the hardline zone, Toby Gerhart.
Derek Carr, 33.
You think I like Toby Gerhart, Bob?
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, my God.
How many segments?
Let me tell you something, Sturm. This Gerhart.
We finally got one, bro. Finally. Turning 29 today, Will Smith, the catcher, whose middle name is Dills.
Will Dill Smith?
That is his middle name.
I think you're lying.
Will the Dill?
Look it up on the
Look
internet.
it up.
His name is Will Dills Smith.
All right, I'm looking it up.
Dills. Dills.
Didn't he just get a new contract?
He did.
10 for 140.
He can afford all the dills he wants now.
Yeah.
Born on this day, now dead, Conchata Farrell, who played
Where does-
Berta on 2.5 Men.
Oh, yeah. She's dead?
I'm sorry
too
to break
bad.
that to you.
Oh,
She looked
bummer.
so healthy.
Yes, as I just said.
I hope the Rangers win one for her.
For Conchata,
Yeah.
a little cinnamon in there. Pretty
Where does
good.
old Will Smith bat now? That they
He's
got
still in
clean
LA.
hitter.
He's still in LA.
Yeah.
Just signed a 10-year, didn't
Yeah.
he?
No, I'm
And
saying
Like in the lineup.
in the lineup.
He's their
Yes,
cleanup
as
hitter.
I just said.
Cleanup?
He has hit cleanup before, Corby.
That is correct.
Down this day, still dead, Ivan the Terrible, and Dwight D. Eisenhower. And that,
Ike.
on opening day, is why today doesn't suck.
Look out now. That big toe just snagged Popo's robes. Peace be with you. Go Tiger.
Get the State podcast at patreon.com/sportsgreek.
We can't count on Corby for anything coming out of these breaks.
No, we really can't.
People love to meet Corby. But right now, here he is, Dave.
Gen X Davey.
Oh, man.
How is everybody?
So many P1s. It's so good to see out here.
All right, we need to give you the latest updates in the sex trafficking investigation of Sean Diddy Combs.
Okay.
So according to sources, The key to the federal investigation into the allegations of Diddy's sex trafficking,
sex crimes,
is figuring out who was on Diddy's charter jets
sex crimes
throughout the last decade plus.
So this sounds very much like the Epstein thing.
Yes.
Find the plane logs.
Yes, the manifests. So yes, all of the jet companies that Diddy used to charter jets will be subpoenaed by the feds because the feds will want to look at all the flight manifests to see who was on the planes and where they went.
So if you're a super celebrity and you're doing nefarious things, is there any way to get around? Like I'm talking about,
everything has to be tracked. It's the FAA, right? You can't just fly
What
a
do the
rogue.
future farmers of America
You
have
can't
to do
fly
with it?
just a rogue flight.
Farmers.
Everything has to be tracked.
I don't know. I'm just asking.
So yeah, then federal agents will be contacting all these passengers, whether they are accusers or potential victims or not. Maybe they're just witnesses that have seen stuff. So can you imagine the amount of interviews and the amount of paperwork that these feds are in for?
Well, the amount of human beings that are sweating right now going, great. Even if they didn't do anything, if they're...
Right, even if they didn't go to Pedo Island with Diddy.
Right, if they were just like, yeah, you want to come to the Bahamas? Sure, and they had fun, and it was 5 days, and they were like, the best time. But now they're going to be, like, implicated in this mess because he's a creep.
We have more info also on the alleged mule, the guy who was charged with possession of cocaine and possession of a controlled substance when the feds stopped Diddy and his posse from getting on the private plane in the Miami private jet airport. So he's a 25-year-old guy. His name is Brendan Paul. And he was named in the civil lawsuit against Diddy as his mule. That in the lawsuit brought by Rodney Jones, he identifies Brendan Paul as a, quote, close confidant of Combs and a mule who acquires and distributes drugs as well as guns for Combs.
How would you like to be known as someone's mule?
I just don't think that's for me.
Now, we still don't know
yet.
I don't think that's a career I could excel at.
Mule?
Oh, Bob, I need you to go find me some drugs. I have no idea where to look, guys. I'll be honest with you.
Well, we don't know.
I've been surrounded by it for 25 years and still don't know where to get it.
We don't know how Brendan Paul and Diddy came to know each other. But Paul does have an interesting backstory. He's an Ohio native, but he was a walk-on for the Syracuse basketball team as a freshman and sophomore.
This is going straight to Jim Boeheim, isn't it?
Back to scout team.
So he appeared in 17 games at Syracuse in limited minutes, garbage time.
Okay, well, much better than me then. I
never got off the bench?
Never got a minute.
And then in 2020, he transferred to Fairmont State University in West Virginia. You familiar?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And he played there his junior and senior year. Don't have his stats for that, but wild that he is a college basketball player who's only 25 and ingratiated himself with a famous rapper to the point where you're his guy for drugs and guns.
You're his gun supplier.
You know what? The money is so big on something like that, and you kind of feel like, well, if I'm involved with him, I'm probably not going to get caught. I'm not like running drugs for the mafia. I'm just trying to hook this guy up with stuff. He's paying me probably whatever I want, and I get to go on all these vacations.
Right, I get to hang out with all these famous people and all these hot chicks, and I get to do all these...
Yeah.
Didn't want to give that clean. Also named in the suit by Rodney Lil Rod Jones is Daphne Joy. Does that name ring a bell?
No.
So Daphne Joy...
She's appeared in 800 films.
Well, you're not too far off. She dated 50 Cent in 2011, and they had a son together, Sire, in September of 2012.
They sired Sire?
Yes, but more recently, she is known as an OnlyFans model.
Okay, I'm glad I didn't know her.
And according to Lil Rod's court documents, that Daphne Joy was accused of being a sex worker involved in Diddy's sex trafficking ring. That she was allegedly one of 3 women that Combs would brag about paying a monthly stipend for their sex work. He had them on retainer. Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. And so 50 Cent has responded to all this.
Oh, I bet he had something.
Yeah, because they hate each other.
Yes.
And so he had several posts on Twitter/X and also on Instagram. On Twitter, he wrote, S just got real. The feds in all the cribs. Damn, they got the kids in cuffs because Diddy's 2 sons were let out of the L.A. mansion in handcuffs. He says, now it's not Diddy do it, it's Diddy done. They don't come like that unless they got a case.
Yeah.
Then he goes on about the accusations of his ex, Daphne Joy, being on retainer as a sex worker, and he says, I didn't know you was a sex worker, you little sex worker, LOL. Yo, this S is like a movie. And then he also reposted a screenshot of a news report saying that I guess, freak parties that Diddy would have at his L.A. mansion, that he has hidden cameras because the feds took a bunch of surveillance gear out of the mansion. And so that evidently Diddy would have these freak parties and would record everyone on these hidden cameras. And so 50 Cent said, this is going to be so good. What you want to bet, I'm going to get those tapes. I'll pay top dollar for them. Because he is like a documentary producer now.
Right.
He's a filmmaker in his own right. So, yes, he would love nothing more than to hang all of Diddy's dirty laundry out for everyone to see.
This isn't going to get better for Diddy.
No, it is not.
I don't think 50 Cent's taking this seriously.
I don't either, even though his kids and ex-wife are involved in it.
You'll be interested in this, Corby. This is a quick music story. So we've talked about how Bruce Springsteen he's in the middle of his rebook tour after he recovered from a peptic ulcer and has now started re-dyeing his hair so everyone isn't shocked at his appearance. But he had a show a few days ago in San Diego, and he is now in San Francisco to do another show. But in between, he flew to Brooklyn to do a show last night at Barclays Center with Zach Bryan.
What?
Yeah. So Zach Bryan was wearing a Springsteen shirt, and at some point during the show, he welcomed Bruce on stage, and they performed an unreleased Bruce song called Sandpaper, and then they collaborated on a Zach Bryan song called Revival.
Revival is Rant Revival.
That's how we...
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right.
That's how we close the shows.
Yeah.
And so... did you know that they were friends? Did you know that they were tight?
No, I had no idea. But it's probably, Bruce is probably doing a little cross-promotion of maybe if I do this, these kids will get into my music a little bit, and if Zach promotes him, then they probably will.
Right.
Is it possible? I'm going to throw something out here. Do you think Zach Bryan had sleeves on when he had a Bruce T-shirt on?
No sleeves. None whatsoever.
That dude, he's worse than McAfee with the sleeves.
I know.
Okay,
he hates these sleeves.
I have two more things to tease for you that are coming to streaming in the not too distant future. One that I think is going to be horrendously boring that my mom will watch, and one that I can't wait for.
All right. We'll have to pick which is which.
Right. So the first one, Martin Scorsese is partnering with Fox Nation for an 8-part docudrama series called Martin Scorsese Presents The Saints. So these 8 one-hour episodes will explore the stories of 8 figures and their journey to sainthood.
Ricky Jackson.
Joan of Arc, Francis of Assisi, John the Baptist,
Sam Mills,
Thomas Becket, Mary Magdalene, Moses the Black, Sebastian, and Maximilian Colby.
Yeah, I don't think that there was any saints named Corby. Okay, you're right. That sounds horrifically boring.
Yes, and
there's not going to be any like shooting scenes or anything, like slow motion Scorsese stuff.
I mean, maybe so. I'm sure some of those saints were martyred, so maybe we'll get some like Scorsese death scenes. And then the other thing that I'm very excited about, Netflix has just released a trailer for Jerry Seinfeld's directorial debut.
Yeah.
So this is coming up on May 3rd, and it is a movie called Unfrosted, the untold story of the history of the Pop-Tart. Let's have a listen to some of this.
Major news from the breakfast world. The Post Cereal Company has reportedly invented a shelf-stable fruit pastry breakfast product.
No.
Yeah.
Boy.
It's Post. They did it.
I'm about to finally crush that big red K that never stops glaring at me. How do you think Post did it? There's always a surprise inside the box. What if they use xanthan gum?
Xanthan.
Kellogg's is entering the race to reinvent breakfast with the help of Steve Schwinn, Chef Boyardee, and Jack LaLanne.
They're stacking the deck with ringers.
You know Isaiah Lamb from Quaker?
You Kellogg's people.
We're about to have some very powerful people very upset.
You have to win. Are you making any progress?
It's not to scale, but...
What are you guys, 5 years old? Little John draws better than that. And I think there's something wrong with them.
That's supposed to be Kennedy.
Yeah.
So it's an all-star cast. You have Melissa McCarthy, Jim Gaffigan, Amy Schumer, Hugh Grant, Christian Slater, Bill Burr, Daniel Levy, James Marsden, Bobby Moynihan, Fred Armisen.
And Jerry's in it himself.
And Jerry is in it himself. Yeah. He plays an executive because it's a war between the Post and Kellogg's companies. It looks really good. It looks really interesting.
Is it set in the 60s, 70s?
It's set in the 50s, I believe.
Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Or 1963, sorry, early 60s.
Oh, yeah, Kennedy's in it, so it's got to be the 60s.
Yeah. So anyway, everybody be on the lookout for Unfrosted, May 3rd on Netflix.
All right, good stuff, David.
And here again to take you the rest of the way, Dave.
Thank you. So we spent a good bit of Enews talking about some of the latest developments in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking case. And a lot of this is from the lawsuit filed by Rodney Lil Rod Jones, a producer who filed federal suit, a 73-page document. And there is, among other celebrities, as Cuba Gooding Jr. has been mentioned, we talked about 50 Cent's ex, the OnlyFans model. Well, the tentacles reach down into DFW.
Interesting. Gordon?
No, it is not Gordon. T.D. Jakes, the senior pastor of the Potter's House, is mentioned by name in the lawsuit. He's only mentioned once, but Rodney Lil Rod Jones says that he has irrefutable evidence that Mr. Combs detailed to him how he planned to leverage his relationship with T.D. Jakes to soften the impact on his public image of the Cassie Ventura lawsuit.
Okay, so this is good news.
Well,
this isn't...
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. So Ventura is Combs' former girlfriend who filed suit in November that said Combs had put her through a cycle of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking, and then they ended up settling out of court. They made it go away. Then 3 more women came forward after that. So a representative from T.D. Jakes declined to comment on these particular allegations, but in December, just this past December, Jakes was accused of participating in sex parties hosted by Combs.
Oh, no.
In unverified reports, and to the point where T.D. Jakes had to address it in the Christmas Eve service at Potter's House.
Oh, no.
He said, the worst that could happen if everything was true, all I got to do is repent sincerely from my heart. There's enough power in the blood to cover all kinds of sin. I don't care what it is, the blood would fix it. But then he says, but I ain't got to repent about this.
Okay.
So he's saying, even if I did go to sex parties I could be forgiven by God.
Yes.
But I didn't go to sex parties.
Interesting way to phrase it. I think I would have put the first one.
Yeah, put the horse before the cart.
Yes. Like, guys, I didn't do this. But you know what? If I did, we're all sinners out there and we could be forgiven.
Yeah.
Such is the nature of the Lord. Do that first, though.
Yeah, do that first part, the important part first.
Yes.
Also,
is he impenetrable, by the way? Is T.D. Jakes so... I mean, no one really is fully, but is...
Are you talking about at sex parties? Sir?
I would like to applaud you, sir.
I think his reputation is solid enough. I think that people would take his word over Lil Rod or Diddy.
Yeah.
So, but in November...
But surely only the word, and if you're proven to be lying, you can't survive that if you're a pastor.
Right, yeah.
Even in these weird times.
If there is proof that he did anything untoward, the only proof that there is that he does have a long-standing association with Diddy, because in November of 2022, T.D. Jakes attended Diddy's 53rd birthday party. And he was also there with the vice president of entertainment at T.D. Jakes Enterprises, Derek Williams. And Williams said, "We both greeted the family. Bishop Jakes recorded a brief celebratory video and then left immediately to take our other scheduled meetings. Any accusation to the contrary is wholly unsubstantiated, unverified, and false."
I wonder if he was looking for some sort of deflector shield in T.D. Jakes.
Yes, that's the accusation by Little Rod, that the only reason that Diddy had T.D. Jakes come around is for that kind of halo of godliness.
Yeah.
To try and say, hey, look, I have a man of the cloth that I'm good friends with.
Right.
I couldn't possibly be trafficking minors to have orgies.
Yeah.
Mark.
Minors and orgies.
We have good news from Fort Worth, as little baby gorilla Jamila has reached her home in Cleveland at the Cleveland Metro Parks Zoo. So Fort Worth Zoo posted a video to social media showing the journey of the 11-week-old western lowland gorilla. She took a private plane. I don't know if it's a private plane that Diddy ever used, if they blacklit it before they loaded the gorilla. But they took a private jet to Cleveland, a 1,200-mile journey, and they did the handoff at the Cleveland Metro Parks Zoo.
Does it make you crazy that you've never been on a private plane, but an infant gorilla has?
It is a shot to the ego, I'll admit. So, Fort Worth's primary gorilla keeper, Angie Holmes, said the introductions went really well. The troop here seems receptive to her presence, Jamila's presence. And then Brian Price, one of the gorilla keepers at the zoo in Cleveland, who the baby was handed off to, said, "We've had interest from multiple gorillas."
Yeah.
Frederica, who's our proven surrogate, came over and had some really good interactions with Jamila.
Wouldn't it be funny, since they're in Cleveland and all the gorillas are sitting there, that if one of the male gorillas is like, it's not my baby.
I ain't gonna watch for that, baby.
I know it's not mine. I just want to let you know that.
So, Cleveland Metro Parks Zoo is a leader in gorilla research. They currently have 7 gorillas in their troop, now 8, with the addition of Jamila, assuming it sticks. They have so you always have to have one silverback. You can't have 2 males. There's only one. So they have the silverback, 4 adult females, and a couple of infant gorillas, so playmates for Jamila. And so Frederica, or Freddie as she's called, the potential foster mom.
Fredwina.
Frederica.
She's doing what's the show, the Gentleman bit? Fredwina, remember? That's Freddie and Eddie.
I don't know.
You watch the show. That's their nicknames with each other. Freddie, Fredwina, Fredward.
Okay, yes, Fredward I remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dave, you watched the show.
I know, but I didn't know that was one of the nicknames.
Yeah.
So in 2021, Freddie was a surrogate for KMB. the first baby gorilla in Cleveland Zoo history. He was born prematurely also, and his mother failed to bond with him, just like in the case of Jamila. So Freddie has proven that she can be a foster mom. She also has 7 kids of her own.
Oof.
So she
ain't got, she's like, I ain't got time for that.
Yeah, she's like, I've done this 8 times now.
No more. Not a whore.
The Ticket is learning that Diddy has been attending church there for over 10 years.
Really?
So, he shows up on Sundays?
He flies in for services?
Or is this just like
private sex
you
jet?
cherry pick like Easter, probably, right?
We're hearing from a nearly 3-decade member of the Potter's House.
We're also hearing from unproven source P1 Rick that Abby and Brittany only get 1 teacher's salary.
That's just
no
wrong.
way.
Crowd
I
loves
feel
it.
like the teachers union can take on the man on that one, right?
You would think so.
I mean,
that ain't right, man.
Are they ambidextrous? Like, can they both grade papers at the same time?
Like it's super speed?
They would have to.
Because you hear all these teachers say, I was up till 4 in the morning. Well, maybe you're up till midnight.
Right.
With those two.
They would have to be ambidextrous, right? Because your brain has function of one arm. You're definitely going to that's going to be your dominant hand.
I can't get past.
Do they take turns wiping?
No, like
wiping the chalkboard. What are you thinking, Bob?
Jeez, Bob, your mind's all over the place.
I swear.
Do you think though that if one of them has
It's
this,
just potty with this guy
if one of
every
them,
day.
I was talking about teacher stuff.
If one of them does have the stomach flu and she's like, "Oh God, let's go! I got to run," and the other one's like, "Are you kidding me again?" You got to sit through that hell from her,
right?
Let me grab my phone.
Yeah, she has like the swimmer's nose plugs.
Yeah,
that is interesting. The 2 stomachs, 1 bottom situation.
It is.
That's also a movie.
Do you warn her, like, I'm getting ready to fart? Well, we both know. I mean, I'll know it too. Yeah, but it's from my stomach.
They share one diaphragm, right?
Yes. They don't.
So they don't have to get pregnant?
For pushing?
They don't claim.
No, not that kind of diaphragm.
Oh.
They don't claim whose fart it is. That's ridiculous.
But you can feel it from your stomach.
Right.
So
you don't
then
say
you laugh. You laugh. You're like, I got you.
You don't call it as yours. Like, oh, that one's mine.
But you would know.
You would know, but out of
God, Brittany, quit eating enchiladas.
Out of respect for your colleagues.
That is definitely your spinach salad.
I would know that from anywhere.
Okay.
So if one of them eats, the other one is still hungry.
Yeah.
Yes,
2
you have to eat at the same time.
Growling.
Yeah.
2 stomachs.
But then are you going twice as much?
Yeah.
I'm out on that.
You wouldn't marry that?
I just don't want to be that.
That's the deal breaker?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, last thing.
I'm signing all these papers like, boy, what does this one say?
Double the bathroom? No.
Out.
Today was a big day in Fair Park. Do you know why?
No.
Because
Texas OU?
No.
Did I miss it?
It was a Texas OU walkthrough.
Damn.
No, it was the groundbreaking on the historic renovations of the Cotton Bowl.
What are they doing again? I always forget.
They going to put a second bathroom in there?
Yeah, they're going to double the size of the bathrooms by adding 1. No, so it is the beginning of a 2-year, $140 million project. So the Cotton Bowl is now 84 years old. The fairgrounds themselves are 137 years old. And so this is the biggest single investment in Fair Park in its existence. And so it's going to be a 2-year process, and the enhancements to the Cotton Bowl, 14 escalators to get you to the upper decks more
now
quickly.
I remember these, yeah.
New multi-story entries on the west side entrance gates. The upper west concourse will be increased 3 times the size and include 2 outdoor terraces with views of downtown Dallas, so that'll be nice.
Dude, that's going to be great.
The main concourse on the west side will be doubled in size. Restrooms and concession stands will get a makeover, and more will be added. They don't say how many, just more. They will have new premium seating and an expanded press area in the south end zone. And I know that this is always an issue whenever you go to the Red River rivalry. They are improving in-stadium Wi-Fi because no one can ever get a signal in there.
No, last year the game was during a Ranger playoff game.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
you're right. Baltimore.
Yeah.
The Baltimore game 1?
Yes. And no one had any idea of the score. None. Like, we were like, can't get. You don't know any scores of any games unless they post it up there on the big boards. It just doesn't work.
So the 2-year restoration will happen in 2 phases. So they won't have interruption during the State Fair or Texas OU or the Grambling Prairie View games. But renovations will be completed in time for the State Fair in 2025.
All right. I will be there. Oh, look who Pudge is coming out to.
Oh, yeah, he's going to catch the first pitch from the fan that Corby thinks he's better than.
I thought that was Pooch.
It looks a lot like Pooch.
Who said
By
Pooch?
the way, did you see him at the Mavs game the other day?
Yeah.
The Denver game? His wife, they've been married. Wait a minute. Is that a new wife?
I don't know.
Did he get divorced from original wife? But she was like all over him. And like he kind of didn't want any of it, but she was real handsy and stuff, just watching the game. You guys didn't notice that?
Stroking his hair.
He didn't have any hair, yeah. He didn't have any. All right. That's good stuff, Dave. That's good E-News, dude. Is this the fan?
Quick hits, yeah. This is the fan, not the guy in the wheelchair.
That's the governor.
Oh. Whoops. The guy in the wheelchair.
Well, it is. All right, we got to do
Josh Young.
We got to do play-by-play of this pitch. Come on, Bob. He's way in front of the mound.
What's he wearing? What kind of jeans are those?
Can he strike out Javi Baez? Let's see.
Will he hit the mitt? He's been to every baseball game since '75.
He's wearing an Evan Carter jersey.
Here he goes. He's rocking the.
Oh,
all right, not bad.
Kind of a slurve that hit right in front of the plate.
But he is like 100.
Ladies' tees.
What's up with that hair?
I think that's real, Dave. All right,